Welcome back, everyone. So, as the players are once again discussing inappropriate subjects, I will be introducing you tonight. Jesus, that's loud.
What was that? What was that noise?
I'm sorry. That's my phone.
What kind
It
of
was
ringtone
Sherry.
is that? Oh,
Tonight,
Judging.
we're going to be picking up where we last left off in our D&D live stream, where the party, after staying in the city of Illinois, the Elven city of Illinois, for a while, had made contact with various individuals that were pointing them towards the McLeod mansion, the mansion of a nobleman who ran a very profitable mining operation that was supposedly housing both an individual that Utsa was looking for, as well as somebody that Angie and Bree were chasing. Upon further investigation, you found out that through contact with a dwarvish noble of the name of Bran Stonebrand, that Mr. Nash McLeod had dealings with dwarves and somehow managed to get a significant amount of dwarven slave labor to work in his camps, underpaid or not paid at all, actually, and that caused him to gain a lot of money and a lot of status. This noble from Mornadale had both met with Angie and Bree and Utsil and George to discuss various things, whilst you were guys were trying to kind of gleam into his motives. Eventually, when Utsil and George went, they offered their services as miners, and they, while Lord McNash excused him for a moment, a rather familiar rival of Utsil's arrived and confronted them, ordering one of her lackeys to go ahead and kill Utsil, as something that he had stolen from her she wished to have back. A fight ensued, where there was a lot of ruckus within the mansion. You all ran to different corners of it, eventually taking out most of the guard that were trying to protect the place, as well as trying to take down Ice, the rival of Utsil's. Successfully doing so, though you are all still aware that Lord McNash himself is currently locked away in his own private room. Utsil, who was just moments ago knocked unconscious by a barrage of attacks from the rather experienced monk that Ice had turned into in the time they were apart, is faring alright. Ice herself is currently grasped within the Maximilian's earthen grasp of Angie's spell. You guys stand there just moments after her going unconscious. What would you guys like to do?
Well, there's a certain noble who is locked in a certain room. So
That is
George,
true.
with certain tools would like to open that certain door.
You're thinking what I'm thinking, George?
I'm gonna beat him.
I'm
I'm
joining
gonna beat him
George.
up. Beat the shit out of him.
Wait,
But don't. I'm gonna kill him.
because
Okay,
I have
okay,
still
I
questions
can
for
do that.
him. So please do not kill him. please.
I can handle this. I can handle this.
I will be joining you though, and I go with George and Zero.
Somebody has to keep whoever that is at bay.
Oh, well, that's Ice.
No, that's the person.
That's-
She hit
That's
you hard, didn't
easy.
she?
Oh, that's
Easy.
and then-
Just let me.
and who
Okay,
is
so
the person?
Oh, well, friend of mine, you could say. Well, she is the one that was the other assistant to the guy I'm looking for.
Hmm.
Whilst this conversation is going, George is just going
George,
to open the door.
I
I'm helping him, but I'm also asking George. George, friends supposed to want to kill each other?
No,
You-
I wouldn't.
love you say that.
I think Utsul is a little. I think he has been hit on the head maybe a little too many times. Well, let him
Good,
rest for
because
a
I
bit.
was afraid that would have to try to kill you guys, and I don't want to do that.
No, you've already. I believe you've. Do you consider Angie a friend?
But every time I try to stab her, someone else is making me do it.
Well, maybe that's the same case here, right? Maybe, you know, there's influences.
Okay, now let me open this door for you. And
Sure.
I pick the door.
You want to do a Thieves' Tools check?
Yeah, because I have them and I am proficient, so I have to use them.
Alright, go ahead and roll a dexterity check, adding your proficiency bonus.
The 19.
Alright. With 19,
Door's open.
you, for the first time, attempt to unlock this door, and it is not too difficult a lock. And after a bit of stumbling around, you hear faint clicking, and the door then manages to open. It swings open wide into a rather large bedroom / office. There's a larger two-person bed set up to your right. Across from you, the moment you open the door, you see a very beautiful ornate set of plate armor that's kind of stood there. There you got like a desk in the end and a dresser. There's a very, very beautiful golden mirror in the corner of the room. There's a couple of nice rubies set into it. There's a big tapestry on the ground covering most of the ordinary wood, and 4 windows, one of which is open.
I look at the window.
Right?
Son of a bee.
Make a perception check.
Oh shit, the rolls room.
Haha!
Oh yeah. Oh jeez.
Every week, each one of us.
Everyone-
Why am I always
Forget.
the only one already in the room?
No idea why.
Yeah.
Because you're awesome.
22.
22. What is everybody else doing at this point?
Well, I was still. I'm probably on the ground now, just resting.
I'm sitting at Utsul's side and I'm playing a little bit. Maybe if we would take a short rest, I'd play a Song of Rest, but I don't know about that.
We'll
if
see
we
you
want
get
to
do
take a short rest.
22. George, you look out of the window, and the part of the roof that is about 7 feet below that is covered in leaves, which you recognize that it is very much a mundane wavelength. There has been no tussle on it. It seems to be untouched. Not as if somebody had moved over it. There's no clear tracks or anything of the sort or displacement.
When I look to the sides, there's nobody like doing.
Nope.
And there's nothing that would remark somebody hitting the ground either.
No, it looks very simple and normal.
Sky has an idea.
Is there any closets in this room?
There's
I
a
just
larger-
investigate the room.
There's a rather large wardrobe. How would you investigate the room, Zero? What are you doing?
I would. There's a bed, right?
There is indeed a large two-person.
I'm gonna look under it.
Okay.
And then
Zero.
go everything I, as a 2-foot tall kobold, would think would be a good hiding place.
Right. Well, George, you open up the wardrobe, and there's a couple of very nice robes in there. But on a first glance, no one's in there. You look under the bed, and nothing under the bed. Except for dust.
Of course.
Is there any? Can we just make a general investigation check because we
Yeah.
don't know what the room looks?
I'll show you guys the room
You.
because I have it set up in a little map. So let's see how this goes. So this is a little different for you guys, as we have a new way of doing the battle map or the battle camp for you guys.
Wobbly cam.
Almost there.
Whee! So, see if I can get this even remotely right. Not rather difficult. So, this is the very long hallway that you guys were taking out ice in. She's at the end of it. You are currently in the room on the opposite side, and I'll remove some of the walls so you can kind of see it. Where, let's see, Utsil's over here taking a rest. I would say Bree is also there. Yeah?
Are you
Am I
talking?
the only one who is not hearing anything?
Me
Nope.
neither.
No,
neither.
I don't
Okay,
know.
then it's okay.
Is it not picking me up at all?
No,
No.
now it did.
But
Right.
you have to talk to the microphone very
Sure.
closely.
Well, there you go. So, let's see. We had Angie and Utsil over there, or Bree and Utsil over there. We have Zira, who just checked under the bed, and George, who just checked into a larger wardrobe over there. That is kind of what you see. Again, there's a large two-person bed. Across from the doorway, you see, which is accented by this little gravestone over there. That is a large ornate set of armor. There's a large tapestry covering the floor. You have a desk with a larger chest next to it, and then this very beautiful mirror in the corner.
Did you say chest?
Yes.
To open it.
Okay, you go up to it, and it is closed.
You're gone again.
Just completely gone.
I said that
It's-
you go over to it,
Yeah.
and it's closed. It's locked.
Just open it.
Okay, go ahead and make a check. Same thing as
17.
last one. 17. Not too difficult to lock. You take a moment, after which you successfully unlock the chest. As you open
Inside it.
yeah, you open it up, and it is full with just stacks and stacks of paperwork. And different types of files and tomes containing all different sorts of data.
I'm wondering if we can find the evidence we need.
Can George look for any, well, clues of where he could have gone?
Sure, make another investigation check.
No, that's a natural.
Natural
Ouch.
one. Well, the other
Uh,
windows are still locked. You looked out of the one that you looked out of. He did not escape through there. Wardrobe seemed to have been empty. He's not under the bed. He seemed to, as far as you're aware, not have left the room.
He just vanished of the.
I hear that, and I stand up and I walk to George and Zira.
So you also.
Did we just
Uh,
leave Ice right
Oh.
away in the hallway?
Yeah.
Someone tie her up. And I
She's still in the hand, right?
How long does the hand last?
The hand?
Like
Like a
10
minute?
minutes.
Oh.
If it's 10 minutes, then yeah, she would still be in it. He would also still be concentrating.
So
tie her up
I
before
will
the hand
start tying her up.
disappears.
Sure.
Yeah, I will help with that.
We'll take a second, but you guys can do that.
And I say to George and Zira, but there was supposed to be someone in here, right?
Yes, that guy who had the dwarven slaves. We wanted to, step his toes. At
And
least I
there's
wanted to step his toes.
He needs to be put to justice.
Yeah, toe stepping is a good way to put someone to justice.
No, that is
Yes, but could he be not to our sides right now?
Whilst you guys are
What?
discussing this, you all hear a voice inside the room that is going in very broken common. You are not master. And it kind of echoes through the room.
It certainly sounded broken.
Yeah.
Very broken.
Would you like to repeat that, please?
That was a rather broken sentence of common that kind of echoes through the room, unnaturally.
Is it the mirror?
Going, you are not master.
You
Is it the
are
mirror?
not.
It does seem to come from that direction.
Who?
Well, let's take a look.
Excuse me, is someone behind the mirror?
Zero, you go up to the mirror. George, you follow.
I'd like to see if someone is behind the mirror.
Sure, Bree goes ahead and check.
Let's see if someone is in the mirror.
Okay. Well, George, you say, hello, someone behind the mirror. There seems to be no direct response on that. Bree, you check behind the mirror. There's no one in the mirror. It's a little bit of a dusty corner. Zira, you go up to the large reflecting surface of it. You want to check if someone is inside the mirror? Sure, make a perception check.
I've read as a wee child. I've read many fairy tales.
Sure.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? Or who's the most brightest one of all?
What? Natural one.
Naturally.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Please come on with natural 20s, guys. Not natural ones.
Barely see myself in the mirror. Got to put on my
You
goggles.
just walked
This
against
feels
the
like,
mirror.
This feels like last Sunday again.
It's not as...
Zira. You go up to this mirror very closely. You check its reflective surface, kind of put your hands again at trying to look around the corners of the golden trimming. You don't seem to see anybody into the mirror, though your reflection begins to turn a little darker, and the surface becomes less reflective. And for a moment you feel like you're kind of falling forward.
Oh no.
At that moment,
She's inside of the mirror.
in but an instance, the reflective, beautiful surface of this mirror just falls inward, making way for this darkened inside, still having the nice golden trimming along the side. This much more brown purplish color. As you kind of fall inwards, your hands become a little bit more wet as you begin touching a very wet surface. And I would say, George, you're standing a little further away from this whole ordeal. You see the 3 rubies on the top of the mirror kind of flip, as in like literally turn around. And on the opposite side, there's 2 or 3 white, glowing, faintly glowing orbs with black dots in them, very reminiscent of eyes. As Zira, you slowly begin falling in, there is this large tendril that kind of reaches out to you, unexpectedly.
I grab Zira by what I can grab first, like her neck or her claw or her...
Sadly, do not get to use a reaction yet.
No! Why can I help her?
Because you are checking behind the mirror.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm close!
Zero, that is a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Wait, we're gonna fight a fucking mirror.
Our pet is gonna die.
You suffer. Jesus. As you fall in, this large tendril seems to be shaped. Well, I'll explain later. You suffer 8 points of bludgeoning damage. After which you realize that this tendril that's wrapped around you is very, very sticky. Does not necessarily will let you go as easily as you would hope, and is also shaped like a tongue. As the golden trimming at the sides just turn from their nice golden inlay into a more naturally colored white, as the upper and lower side immediately slam down on you.
Oh god.
For a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
You suffer 4 points of piercing damage. And 2 points of acid damage. As the mouth slams it shut on you, you guys now realize that the mirror was not just a mirror. It needs to be replaced with something else.
Mirror was not just.
As the beautiful stand that it was standing on just slowly transformed into these tentacle-like tendrils, and the mirror is what is to adventurers all too familiar a creature, as it turned into a mimic. And I would like for everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh god, here we go.
I should have knocked on wood last week.
For the record, am I still casting Meryl's Bride from last time?
Yes, anybody who had a 10-minute spell up, it's still up for the next 2 minutes,
Okay.
I would say.
Great to know.
Did we tie up ice already?
You guys finished tying her up, yes, but you are still in the hallway.
Yeah, no, figures.
Oh god. Yeah.
So, Alright. So, 25 to 20.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 for Zero.
Wait, same. I've also an natural 20.
What's you guys' respective dexterity scores?
I have to look. Because I'm not God damn it.
It's either 12 or 13.
Well, yeah, that's what I need to know. Angie, you're on mute.
Oh, and mute
Go
yourself.
on. I will come back to you later.
Well, I need to know what your
second.
dexterity is. Is it 13
Yes!
or 12?
I don't know. Give me a second.
It's
Please.
12.
Thank you.
Alright, in that case, I would like for both of you to roll another d20.
Hey, 20.
Alright. Angie with 20 and 0 is 16. Angie goes first. Alright, 20 to 15.
15.
15 for George. 15 to 10. Alright, 10 to 5.
8.
8 for Utsil. Bree, what'd you get?
A 4.
Yeah, so Bree, you do not get the opportunity to grab Zira at all. You're a little slow in this one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's a little mess behind here. Let's clean it.
Alright.
Hasn't shaven his back.
Really,
in a
what
while.
you see happening is the moment you check behind the mirror, it kind of like seems to move
an
and
S.
transform a little bit. But you are the one who sees the golden stand that it's standing on just transform into these dark purple tendrils that it kind of holds itself up with. You also, as you're leaning behind it, you kind of pull your hands in before the whole mirror just shuts down, and then you realize, oh, Zira's gone.
But the real question is, does he squat?
What?
Is he thick?
It's a mirror. It's a mirror. So that is a question I'm not necessarily inclined to answer. So anyway,
I think that means a yes.
Yeah.
Avoiding
you
something.
can take that.
I
however
think
you
he's
wish.
implying yes.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, I gotta write some stats down that I hadn't done yet. Alright, Angie, you're top of the round, so figure out what you want to do.
Yes. Do I hear? I assume I hear commotion outside.
Yeah, you guys just finished tying up Ice, who is still unconscious, but bound. And then you suddenly hear most reactions in shock, but then you would hear Azira going for a moment.
I will run to the room where I know they were.
Okay. You're gonna go
And
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet, which only allows you to get that far.
Or you
oh
could
wait,
dash.
I can't even see it.
Yeah, no. Here, I'll
Shit.
There's a doorway over here, but the rooms, by the way, on this edge are the servant rooms. I just didn't, with the black outline, I didn't have enough walls to actually build it, so.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
I won't judge.
I am.
Can
won't
I
judge,
move?
actually.
DM question. Can
Yes.
I move the hand with someone in it?
No. That would kind of crush them. They would be holding them, the hand would disappear, but kind of just jam them into the floor. I would say harmlessly. But no, you cannot do that. There's another.
I still have my spiritual weapon on the way, right?
It is. No, that one has dissipated at this point because those only last now a minute.
Oh.
You say maximum effective grasp lasts 10 minutes. So
yeah.
that's the only reason it's still up.
Yeah. Then that's all I can do for now.
Alright, you've not used your action at all yet.
Yeah, I can. I action dash.
Alright.
Yeah. They get closer at
Dash.
least.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet, which gets you around over there. Which gives you a
Yeah.
very angled look into the room. You can kind of see the
The
two-person bed and the tapestries. You can see like George's left shoulder-ish, but that's about it.
you know what? With my last with my last second level spell, I cast spiritual weapon as a bonus action.
Okay. One moment, by the way. Zero's grappled. You use your bonus action for... 1 second, it's in here. Another
Spiritual weapon.
Okay, where do you want to put it?
And I want to put it as far in the room as I can.
Alright. There you go. You can, as far as you can see, you can put it right behind George here. In a diagonal line.
Then I will. Yeah. Wait, can it attack already?
You cannot see the enemy, and you can't place it anywhere there. Also, your friends are occupying all the spaces around it, so no.
Okay, then that's all I can do.
Okay. After Angie, Zira, the mouth opens up again after biting you, but you are still grappled by this tongue. It's a very big, sticky tongue.
Well, let's see. I am a toddler,
That is correct.
With which is even weaker than a toddler. So I kind of gotta stab the tongue just.
Just gonna try and stab it with your dagger. Alright, go for it.
15 to hit.
15 does hit. Yeah. Go ahead.
It better does, because the tongue is wrapped around me. It's very hard to miss.
Well, you could also not stab hard enough. You're not that strong, so. But yes, 15 hits.
Also,
You're good.
it's a valid point.
Not that hard enough. Sounds like you need a new knife.
Well, that's 2 points of damage.
That's it?
I have a dagger.
Yeah, but you can still add your
Don't
dexterity.
you
to
have
it.
dexterity?
Yeah, okay, it's 3 points of damage.
There you go. That's 1 whole point of damage more.
Power of friendship.
It's not a whole lot still, but hey, it's something. Alright, so you stab the tongue once. You're still stuck in the mouth. But you stabbed it. After... Is that your turn?
I think it is, because I can't really do anything.
Very well. After Zira, George, it's your turn. You see a glowing sword appear behind you, like, oh, that's Angie. And then you see Zira kind of stabbing the tongue in front of you.
Alright, don't make any unnecessary movements. Climb on the desk.
Okay. We're gonna climb on the...
Sounds
well,
like a necessary move.
You need to get the high ground. I've seen this somewhere.
on the chest / desk. So go ahead. I will say go ahead and make an acrobatics check, because that is not something you can easily stand on. Also,
Are you doubting me?
yeah, I am.
What kind of check?
Acrobatics.
Athletics or
Acrobatics, because you try to balance yourself, not falling off of the desk. Because you're not necessarily standing just on the desk. You're standing partially on a chest. It's a bit uneven, and meanwhile you're trying to not get attacked.
Well, it's a 2, so you get a funny.
Well.
Oh god.
This is going well.
I will say it will you won't fall, but it will use all your movement as all of you watch him, or most of you watch him very clumsily try to get up on the desk. But
I have to
using all of your movements, you do manage to get up there.
Just 4 seconds doing this.
Yeah, basically. And then you got 2 seconds of doing something else.
I'll try to hit him with the hammer.
He is not within 5 feet of you. Oh, well, no, he is actually. He is.
Then I'm seeing things wrong.
No, he is within 5 feet of you.
Alright,
And you can place your mini all the way on the one block, because then I would have to balance you on a chest, which we find out you cannot do that well.
I mean, you gotta put my entire weight in this swing.
I don't see
13
anything at
to
all.
hit.
13 still hits.
I'll be right back.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
I don't see you at all, so I'll be right back.
Alright,
Oh.
go for it.
Well, 12 points of bludgeoning damage. For some miracle in all
Great.
this ruckus, the
You're like-
armor does hit the mirror.
You like almost fall, and with the momentum of you falling, you kind of hit the thing. The hit itself kind of rights yourself back up. But that's a lot of damage. As you just hit the mirror, it's much more fleshy and less metal and glass as you had expected.
Whoa.
Aye, that's your action and your movement.
That's my turn.
Very well, that's your turn. After George, George and Angie, I would say. Both of you hear this vague sound of like an energy just kind of like expanding. What you notice, the two of you, because your past perceptions are high enough, is that the armor stand behind you guys begins glowing red out of the eyes and between the plates. as it slowly steps off of its stand and kind of unsheathes the sword that it has on its side. Just comes to life with just... There's no person on the inside. It is just glowing red energy.
Nice.
That is that thing's turn. It awakens. After that, Utsil, it is your turn.
Yeah, hearing the ruckus, I'll go charging down the hallway.
5, 10, 15, 20.
And using all my
25,
movement plus an action dash.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Nope, 50.
Wait.
50 gets you on the edge here. That's with an action dash.
I'll use a HP pod. I think I still had one.
Right.
No, wait, did I have one?
You bought a whole bunch of shit from Thorbjorn Thunderbolt way back when. So, but if you lost it from your inventory, then that's a problem.
Yeah, no, I think I ticked it off. So no, I don't have it.
Then you don't have
Never
it.
mind.
Right.
So I removed that one. Yeah, I bought restoration bandages, but I don't think
Right.
I don't really want to use that right now.
So that's
Oh,
your action to dash and to
Still
run.
here. Yeah.
You have a bonus action still.
I'll grab my axes that are on the side.
And
Or
you grab both
one.
axes. After Utsil, it is the Mimic's turn. One of its tendrils from the side will try to lash out and try to grab you, Bree.
Of course. Try.
For a 17 to hit.
Yeah, and you succeed.
Right. You suffer 8 points of bludgeoning damage as the whole thing kind of slams into you, but opposed to actually bouncing off and going back into a more natural position, it stays stuck to you. And you are stuck to it, as you are now grabbed.
Nice.
And I would like for you to make a Constitution saving throw. For your concentration.
It's intimidating.
Let's see. Please. Natural 20.
Right. Barrel's Pride stays up.
Yeah. And I need it.
It's not cropping of the creature. Yeah, that is its turn. After that, Bree, it is your turn. You are grappled.
Yep.
But
I
besides
can
that,
still
you're-
attack it, right?
Yeah, your movement is just 0 until you're no longer grappled.
Okay. Then I'll stab him with my rapier.
Go for it. Make the attack.
So, let's go, Barrel's Pride! That's an 11 to hit. I'm not sure that hits.
11 does not hit. You kind of
Yeah.
swing at it, but the outer edge of it is still made out of partial gold and still has somewhat of that structure. It kind of scrapes off of that, sadly no effect.
That's sad.
Anything else?
Well, what I'd like to do is, I can use my Bardic Inspiration dice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many I have left because I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure I still have maybe 1 or 2 of them. But that fella does not make that much. Well, let's use Unsettling Words.
Very well.
So he has to subtract a d6 from his first saving throw. That's a 1.
Right, he has to subtract 1 from the next saving throw he makes. Top of the round, Angie, it is your turn. You apparate the massive rapier, your spiritual weapon, and then after that, you don't see it, but you see a faint red glow coming from the left side of the doorway.
My spiritual weapon can hit it, right?
Yeah, it can. Well, it can move over and then hit it.
Yeah, it will move over and hit it. And
It will slowly float over to the red glow and go ahead and make an attack roll.
yes, that is That's a 9.
9 does not hit. You swing at it, but seemingly to have no effect. You don't see it, so you don't know what happened. That's your bonus action.
As an first, I will use my movement to move closer.
Okay, how far closer?
Like not in the doorway, but next to it.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
The other way. Yes.
10 feet.
Could I hit the mirror thing?
I would say it would have half cover because it has the bed, then George, then Zira, and then it.
Okay. Can I hit the armor thing?
If you look around the corner, you can, yeah. So because you have 10
Then
more movement, you could peek.
Yeah, I will. I will do that, and I will firebolt
Sure, go for it.
him. And that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And it does 1d10 fire damage. That's 10 fire damage.
Nice. So as it kind of comes to life and unsheathes its sword and grabs the shield, you fire at it. The bolt kind of like burns its way into the face of whatever this thing is, and there the bolt hits and then dissipates within the helmet. But it does seem to have hurt whatever this is. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, Zira, it's your turn. You're still grappled by this tongue. And there's a big open maw above you.
Oh, I feel like I would kind of have to break free, so I'm gonna try that.
Alright, go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh my god, if you put break and free together, you get brie.
Nice.
That's
Sorry.
It's a 15.
Alright, 15. You, with all the strength you have in your little tiny toddler body, you push the tongue away from you. It kind of just like has to push it off. It kind of sticks for a while, but you push it away and you are no longer grappled. But that's your action. Come here. Stupid. Ring.
Okay, well, that's good.
That's your action. What else do you want to do?
Thing.
Nothing? Alright, very well. After Zira, George, it's your turn once again. You see Zira kind of break free of the tongue.
Want
Well.
to break free.
I'll use my bonus action to channel divinity, harness divine power.
Nice, so you regain a spell slot.
Yeah, I believe it's just the first level.
Yeah.
So, but I have that. And then I will attempt to hit the mirror with the warhammer.
Go for it.
What, 22 to hit?
22 hits.
And 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, 10 points of bludgeoning. You're standing a little higher, still bouncing on the table. You've kind of found your footing. You swing at it, kind of like aiming for the upper part of the mirror where the 3 eyes currently are, and you just like hit it right in the middle of the eye, in the center eye, and kind of just like bounces inward like this large fleshy mass that it is, before pushing outward again. Before the where you hit, you can see this large bruise of purple where the eye is in the center. As it slowly colorates back to this faint gold, the eye kind of flickers for a couple moments.
George just looks him straight in the eyes and says, "You need some time to reflect on yourself." God.
That's a great one!
Says Bree while she is grappled.
Yeah.
I know, right? I'm working on them online.
The suit of armor will begin stepping forward towards the origin of its attacker. 5, 10, 15, 20. Will step out of the doorway, brandishing this long sword in one hand. And it will go ahead and make 2 attacks against you, Angie.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine, right?
Its first
Yeah.
attack is a natural 1.
Misses.
The second attack is a 24.
Holy.
That hits.
You suffer 5 points of
Oh, different.
slashing damage as the longsword just rakes across your body.
Okay.
But that is its turn. It will stay there. After its turn, Utsil, it is your turn. You're barely around the corner now. You got your both
Down
axes
on the
in hand.
corner.
I'll move a bit forward and just like
10 feet.
yeah, maybe one step further, and I'll use rage as a bonus action and throw one of those axes.
Right, your rage is a bonus action. With the axes in hand, you kind of lunge forward and throw one. Go for it.
Yeah. 23 to hit.
Where was the rage ring? 23 to hit. 23 hits.
Nice. 1 second, just 12 points of damage.
Oh, 12 points of damage as the axe kind of bends its way into the armor, kind of gets stuck in it. That first hit.
Nice. That's it. I don't have
Although,
extra attack.
Oh
you
god.
realize that it didn't do as much as you would hope it would.
So
Of course.
As it's
Do
just a
be that-
regular axe. But that's your bonus action, and some of your movement. Alright, after Utsil, it is the mirror's turn. The mirror, now after Bree says, that's a good one, starts bringing you towards its mouth, and will make a bite attack against you, Bree.
No!
Didn't like the joke.
Please, I do not like. I'm not delicious to eat.
For
Please.
15 to hit.
Yeah. No, I'm wearing my shield.
Which brings your AC up to?
16.
Alright, so the mouth kind of comes down on you. You bring up the shield, the teeth jam into it. Luckily, you are not bitten by this creature. Alright.
I'm
After
not
its-
for dinner.
After its turn, Bree, it's your turn.
Yeah. He tried to bite me, so
He did.
I'm going to attack him again, and I hope I will hit him right now.
Go for it.
Bite him back.
Okay. Let's go,
Yeah.
No, I'm not biting this guy. Let's go, Barrel Sprite! No, not again. It's a 9.
9
Oh.
misses. You kind of try to maneuver your sword into the large mouth, but the sword is just too long for you to get any real momentum.
It's so stupid because I already have a +6 on my attack bonus, but it's just pretty low.
Yeah, the 3 is a low roll.
Yep. So
But after Bree, Angie, top of the round, it's your turn. You have this massive set of armor just standing right across from you, readying a second round of attacks on you.
Can I cast wait, if I'm correct, no, that's not the right one. Yes, Shocking Grasp.
Alright, go ahead and try making an attack.
Because he is armor, right?
It's a set of plate armor that is inhabited by some odd red energy.
You have advantage on the attack roll if the target wears metal armor on a hit.
That's, yeah,
Oh yeah, I got
Yeah.
advantage, so
you will. You would.
oh, that's a 23 to hit.
Alright. You lay your hand upon its shoulder, and as you finish the incantation and the electricity kind of builds up in your hand and is about to be released, bah, and the spell dissipates in place. Seemingly
Wait,
to have
what?
no effect on this creature.
But it's metal.
Yeah.
Okay, how far is my spiritual weapon?
15 feet away.
I will move the spiritual weapon. Yes, and make a hit.
Hey, go for it. Make an attack roll.
That's a 20.
20 barely hits.
And then it does. Oh, jeez. Um.
1d8 plus your spell.
Yes. 7 damage.
7 points of what?
7
Plus
points of
6.
damage.
What kind of
Wait,
damage?
no, that's not true.
Plus 4.
Plus 4. So that's
5.
5.
Oh my god.
Good job, champ.
What kind of damage is this?
Force damage.
Alright, the sword comes forward to it and attempts to slam against it. It simply moves through the creature. No effect.
Okay. Then with my movement, I want to move back
How
out
many
of its
squares?
range, but it will trigger a opportunity attack.
How far do you want to go?
As far as I can.
Use all your movement. You move your way to the corner over there. It will indeed make an opportunity attack against you.
Yeah.
For a 19 to hit.
Yes. Wait 1 moment. Because I don't know if it works. Nope. Never mind.
You suffer 9 points of slashing damage as the sword just carves across your back. And I need you to make a concentration check.
That's a constitution, right?
Yes. Saving throw.
Plus. That's a 20.
20. Okay, you maintain concentration. After Angie, Zira. What are you doing?
Let's see. How well does mirror look? Does it look any?
It's a mirror.
Mm,
It's not
yeah.
shattered in any means, because it no longer has glass. It's a mirror. You
Yeah.
don't know the extensive ecology of a mirror to really know if this thing looks bad. It's been hit
Yeah,
in the
that's-
face with a
that's-
hammer a couple times.
Fair, that's fair. That should break its glass, but sadly it doesn't have glass anymore. Well, because I am most effective if I take a few steps back. I'll have to, steps back.
Do you do that?
Yeah, but I also don't. I really don't want the mirror to attack me. I have to decide. Do I away and get my attack, or shall I disengage and wait another turn? How well does Bree look?
As far as I'm aware, Bree looks fine. Good enough, I guess. Not an immediate
Then
danger.
then I'll do the disengage because I'm starting to look a bit rough though.
Hey, where do you want to go?
I just wanna like few steps back that I don't have disadvantage on a ranged attack.
You can accomplish that with one step back.
Perfect.
Now you take it. So you take a step back, making sure you don't get hit. It doesn't lash out or it tries to lash out at you, but misses because you're disengaged.
Good.
Right. After Zira, George, it's your turn.
Well, I'll just whack 'em all.
Alright, go ahead, make an attack.
Shite. It's 11.
11 does not hit. You swing, you almost lose your footing, and you rebalance yourself. You're okay. But the swing missed.
Yeah, that's...
That's it, very well. After George, it is the set of armor. The set of armor is laser focused on its initial target, and it will move 5, 10, 15,
Jesus.
20 feet forward. Again, up in your face, Angie. Still with the sword out. It will just simply just walk forward before lashing out at you twice. First for 22 to hit.
Hits.
So for 10 points of slashing damage. And it needs to make another concentration check.
25.
25, you maintain concentration. And its second attack for a 17 to hit.
Yes, it does hit, but I want to see. AC plus 5. What was it again?
A 17.
Oh, okay, that doesn't work.
Well, in that case, you
Yeah.
suffer 9 points of slashing damage.
How many?
9.
Oh, I'm down.
Right. As Angie goes down and the large hand in the other end of the room dissipates. The moment Angie hits the floor, Utsil, you see the armor, the head just turn towards you. That's the end of its turn.
Oh boy.
After their turn, Utsil, it is your turn.
Yeah,
One of your
doing too
axes
hot.
is currently stuck in this creature.
Yeah, I'm not doing too hot myself. They're all still in that corner fighting, right?
They are.
Well, what the bandages? How much health did it give?
Let me check. Well, for the record, there is an item list in the thing where you can check, but it heals 2d4 plus 2 and can also end one disease or one condition.
Okay. Can I use it as a bonus action?
As an action,
Or
you
is
can
it-
heal a creature with touch range.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to tank this thing. So I'll try to can I stand over Angie and use my action to heal myself?
Right, use 5, 10, 15 feet of movement, which does allow you to get in her space, and her being unconscious at the moment allows you to do that. And then you want to use an action to heal yourself. Go for it.
Yep. 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
See how this goes. So 7 is alright.
Right, you heal 7 hit points. After Utsil, unless you want to do something with your bonus action.
So yell to the rest. Hey, help us here!
Right. So you alert the rest of the party, after which it is the Mimic's turn. The Mimic will once again attempt to bite down on the still grappled Bree. And attempt to eat her. For a 15 to
not.
hit. Again.
Haha, that fails again!
So once again, the mouth just slams in on the shield. No effect. Right. After the Mimic, Bree, it's your turn.
Yep, first I take a potion of endurance. So
Go
I
for it.
have a little more damage I can take. That's 1d8 plus 4 temporary hit points
For the next hour.
for the next hour. Yes. 1d8 plus 4. 7 temporary hit points.
Alright.
I'll write them down. Maybe 1 or 2 hits, but it's something. Okay, and then I'll try to take him again with my rapier because 3 times the charm.
Alright, go
Let's
for it.
hope it will hit this time. Yes, it's at 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Yay!
You finally
Okay,
find the right angle to stab this creature at, and you bring the rapier forward.
Yep. So let's get him some damage. 18 points of damage.
Right, very well.
Ew.
Jesus.
Nice.
That made it look much rougher than it was before, as you just jammed the rapier into its mouth partially. Very well. Anything else?
No, I used my bonus action and I've used my action, and
Right.
I still can't move because I'm
correct.
still grappled.
Top of the round, Angie, Zira, you're on deck. Angie,
Okay.
you're still unconscious. I would like for you to roll a death saving throw.
15.
Oh god.
50. Did you just roll that, or did you have that already? Because I saw
I
it
mean,
appear
no.
during Bree's turn.
Yeah, I will roll again. It was an accidental roll, so I will roll again. That's the 22.
Right.
Oh wait, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. No, that's wrong.
What's the roll?
It's a 16.
Oh,
It was a
16.
16.
Alright, 16 is a success, but you have to roll on your turn, so that is an important thing.
Yeah, I on accidentally
That's
clicked.
fine. 16 is still a success. So you have one success. After that, Zira, it is your turn. You hear Usul cry out for help.
Hmm.
You may or may not respond to that. At the same time, Bree is also still grappled and being eaten by a mimic.
No,
Yeah.
not Ian.
Almost.
Choices are hard to make.
Hobbits are not for food.
I think I will make my attack first.
Alright.
So I will see which attack I'm gonna do though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
By the way, George, you're on
did
deck.
it have to make a saving throw already?
No. No, I don't
Not
think
yet.
so.
Oh, okay. Okay, because then I'm just gonna go for the acid splash.
Right.
Means it has to make a saving throw.
Alright. Saving throw is an 11.
It does not make it.
Right.
So,
So the acid
I do
appears on the ground and kind of splashes outward. Zero, you
1
do
point.
notice
Oof.
the acid doesn't really seem to bother it.
Sad.
It
But
seems-
anyways,
It seems
now
to
I
be partially
run.
acidic in nature after it bit you.
Yeah, that's what I feared. But anyways, I had to do it. Okay, now I run towards the door.
Okay. You use 5, 10, 15, 20.
So, there was a screen for help, so I have to check it out.
Yeah, 30 feet of movement. You run around the corner, you look into the hallway. There you see standing Utsil over Angie's body. He himself not looking well at all, and just a full plate of armor standing in front of him, raising a longsword.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, after Zira, George, it's your turn. Utsil, you're after the enemy.
I will try to hit him.
Go
The
for it.
mirror. With a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Believe hit last time. It's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
11 points, they're all.
It's yeah, still
Alright,
standing, right?
11 points of damage. You hit it once again, and it is still standing, although it's been bludgeoned, it's been stabbed, it's been covered in acid, which it didn't mind that much. But it's been
Okay.
bludgeoned a couple of times.
Well, we'll leave it at that. That's sure.
That's it?
Yeah,
Farrell,
it's my turn.
after that, the suit of armor, which still had its gaze fixed on you, Utsil, though you ran towards it instead of it running towards you, raises its longsword once again and makes 2 strikes against you. First one for a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Second one for an 18 to hit.
Does it?
Nice, that one hits as the longsword just carves across you. You take 11 points, halved to 5 points of slashing damage.
It's good that I healed. Because that
Yeah.
would
Because you
have
were
been
attacked,
enough.
your rage also maintains.
Yeah.
That's both of his swipes. The first one you quickly duck out of the way. The second one you take the brunt of. But you are still standing. After that, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I still have an axe in my hand, so I'll.
You have one axe in your hand, and there's like one poking out from its chest.
Yeah, so I assume I threw it with my right hand, so I'll make the knuckle duster attack first.
Alright, go for it.
Knuckle duster, I suppose.
Yeah, these are your non-magical because you didn't bring those.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to look poor.
Yeah, no, I know. So
Right.
I'll try to hit him first.
Now you regret that, maybe.
Yeah, now I do. 17 to hit.
17 does not hit. The first one just pings off the armor, no effect.
The second one with the bonus action attack.
Go for it.
Or 20 to hit.
Just barely hits.
Or 6 points of damage.
Right. Again, doesn't seem to do as much as you'd hope, but this one, the second one does and it moves some of the metal slightly inward.
Let's hope.
Right. After Utsil, it is the Mimic's turn, which will once again attempt to bite the stubborn little halfling that it has in its mouth for a 19 to hit.
Yeah, it bites me.
Alright, in that case, you suffer. Let me check. You suffer 11 points of piercing damage.
Great, I drank that potion then.
And 3 points of acid damage.
I thought that was it.
No.
So, 14 in total.
Yes.
Okay. 7 hit points.
As the slightly acidic mouth just slams down on you, this time actually biting you. But after the mimic, Bree, it is your turn.
I'm not for food! I say, I'm not for food! And I stab him again.
Go for it. This time bringing it down into the lower jaw.
Yeah. 19 to hit. Let's go.
19. How do you want to do that? Or go ahead.
I want.
Go ahead and roll for damage, but it's a little. Yeah, no.
12
no
points
way.
of damage.
How do you want to do that?
I want to push my rapier and bring all my power to his bottom jawline and pierce it into the ground.
You pierce him through the bottom jaw, a little bit into the wood below, and the whole mass that was still kind of having this vague form of a mirror kind of just folds in as a large mass of almost a dough-like texture, but wet, as it just hits the floor, turning into this vague purple fleshy thing. But it is sufficiently dead. You have to like kind of get the rapier out of the ground again.
Yep, of course.
But the mimic is sufficiently murdered.
Yep.
Yay.
Anything else? You are no longer grappled.
Well, for my bonus action, is there a rule for how many potions of endurance I can take? No, right?
The potions of endurance do not stack. Not on top of each
No,
other.
wait. I'm gonna be smart about this. I'd like to take a healing potion.
Alright, you can do that.
It's a normal healing potion, I see. So it's 2d4 plus 2, right? Yeah. 2d4 plus 2.
And you're no longer grappled, so you have movement if you wish to use it.
Yes, I'd like to use it. I regain 8 hit points.
Great.
And I'd like to run as fast as my movement and as my legs can get me, and try to catch up with Zira.
Alright, 25 feet will get you over there.
And I scream and I scream to George, "Let's go!"
Right.
Come
After Bree, Angie, it is your turn. Roll death saving throw for me, please.
Yes.
As Utsul is standing over you and protecting you, but you are not yet healed.
Ooh, that's a fail.
6, that's the first failure. After Angie, Zira.
Well, because I see Angie lying on the ground, and I don't like to see that. I have to use Cure Wounds on her.
Right. In that case, you do have to run here first. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to get next to where Utsul is, because he's standing over Angie. But then you can do that. You will be pushed back a little bit, because I'm going to have to put Angie over here then.
It's fine.
But go ahead and roll for that.
Oh, you healed 8 points of damage, Angie.
Alright, Angie, you got 8 hit points. Anything else, Zira?
Yeah.
Hey, that's more than me.
No.
Alright, after Zira, George, it's your turn. The mimic just collapses to this mound of purple, and Bree just bolts.
I'm sure they're fine, but I will walk towards it.
You will not make this hobbit a mad hobbit.
You use half your movement getting down.
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah, you
not
would-
only because you have to step down, but also because you didn't get on that easily. So, but 5, 10, 15... I'll say 15 feet. That will be half
I'd
your
say I
movement.
dash
Then you'll
with
dash.
my action.
5, 10, 15, 20 feet, and then you're kind of over there, and you can see what you're facing.
Well, Utsa looks pretty bad.
Utsa
I
looks
look
bad,
pretty
Angie looks bad, Bree looks bad, Zira looks, I think, not too great.
Yeah, but the
That's
thing
the-
clearly is like
It
hitting
is currently
Utsa.
targeting Utsil, yeah. Seems to be.
Shall I try? Maybe. I got temporary hit points, I guess. I'll cast the healing word.
Alright, go ahead and cast healing word. Go ahead and roll for that. 1d4.
Let's hope this roll high. Nope. That's 5 hit points.
Alright, Utsil, you get an additional 5 hit points. And, George, you gain some temporary hit points.
Oh shit.
Some temporary hit points. That's what I did.
Alright. After George,
That's-
it is the armor's turn, which once again raises its sword, not yet having deviated from its target. It will make its attack against you, Utsil. First one being a 13 to hit, and the second one being a
Misses.
25.
Yeah, it's
No.
You do suffer 8 points of slashing damage, as the longsword once again just carves across you. But you did heal just now, so it's not as bad as you hoped it would be, or thought it would be.
4 as well.
After which, it's your turn. Bree, you're on deck.
It's not so. Well, since everyone is starting to arrive, I'll just continue defending and I'll just attack it twice.
Well, you're gonna attack it twice. Go for it.
First one is a 20 to hit
20 hits, just barely.
for 12 points of damage,
Alright, 12 points of damage again. Not as much as you'd hoped.
and the second is a 10 to hit. So
10 does not hit. Second one kind of just ping against the shield, kind of shakes through your entire arm, kind of vibrating, kind of numbing it for a moment. But that did not hit. After which, Bree, it is your turn. Bree, you're still partially into the other room.
Yeah, so I still run until I see someone. I think I'm going to bump into George, but because I'm at his back.
20 feet. 20 feet you can get next to George. And there you see Utsul not doing too well, just hitting with this armor on the side, not kind of in shock from that missing hit. Angie is breathing, but on the ground and looking not too great, and then Zira herself not looking great, standing next to it. And I think George looks fine.
Yeah, George always looks fine.
George took a hit.
Yeah.
Don't you patronize me?
Yeah, but you don't get hit.
But Bree, what do you do about it?
That's just your story. Yeah. I still see that Utsil is having a hard time, so I cast
Yeah, you
Healing
do.
Word
Hey, go for it.
on him.
Another one.
One. Yeah, another one. 1d4 plus 4. 5 hit points you regain.
Hey, get another 5 hit points.
Yeah,
Oh my
and with my
God.
action,
By the way, you took 8 points of slashing damage, but that was half to 4 for the record.
Yeah, no, I know. That's
Okay.
what I said.
Slowly gaining hit.
Slowly.
And
slowly.
I'm
Can-
One
now
at a time.
1 hit point above what I started with when I used the bandage.
Nice.
Good enough.
But
Kept
Bree,
your
that's your
life.
bonus action.
Get me alive again.
yeah, and I can I can't attack it, right?
You still have an action.
Yeah. Yeah, but I already... Wait! I can cast a cantrip, right?
That is correct.
Yay! Okay, let's do Vicious Mockery on the thing.
Hey, that is a wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Aye. Very well. Wisdom saving throw on its end is a 14.
That is my DC.
Nice.
So,
The suit of
so
armor
it
seems
makes
to
it...
not be bothered by your vicious mockery.
No.
But
I scream out, "You're such an idiot!" But he doesn't respond.
But
Mm.
you have a magic thingy that does a
Yeah,
thing.
wait, that I forget it all the time, but then it raises it to 15,
So it
so
fails.
it fails then. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 1d4
Then you-
plus the 3 that you get from the Ruby of the Bard.
Yep. That's 7 hit points.
Nice, 7 points of damage. Seems to strange
Yeah,
enough.
psychic damage.
Seems to not be. It does seem to get hurt by the psychic damage. Oddly enough.
Hey.
Let's see, 7.
His feeling?
Yeah, his feelings get hurt. Oddly enough. I didn't know that could happen to these creatures, but apparently it can.
He feels he's an idiot.
Aye.
Like,
So it kind of stands there, gets some insults hurled at it, but seems to still be intent on its target. After Bree, top of the round. Angie, it's your turn. You're barely conscious again. You're prone on the ground. The suit of armor is still to your left. What do you want to do?
I want to stand up.
Aye, you just have to move to get
God damn it. And hit it with a firebolt.
Aye, go
Oh
ahead
wait,
and make a
no,
roll.
I will take some distance and then hit it with firebolt.
Alright, where do you want to go?
Towards Bree and George, but on the other side of the stairwell.
So
Staircase. Yeah. And like more far away.
there. Right next to Bree. then.
Yeah.
Aye. In that case, it will take an opportunity attack against you.
Oh yeah, okay.
For a 18 to hit.
and she's going down.
Yes.
You suffer 11 points of slashing damage.
And she's going down.
And a valuable lesson was learned.
Yep.
As Angie ran away, well, it barely. The moment she gets barely outside of its combat range, she once again falls forward with the slash mark across her back. Zira, your turn.
Oh my god, girl.
Are you kidding me?
Like you healed her. She got up, ran away, and then goes down again.
Oh
my
Vera,
God.
why are you doing this?
Or actually, it leaves its combat range.
It was so quiet, so I thought
So she
maybe she doesn't get
she doesn't even get that far. She gets to like 5 feet to your right. She was in front of you, and now she's to your right, and she's down again.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
F.
Motherfucker gotta pay!
Does Zira just stand there stunned for a moment?
Just a moment, like, the fuck? What the fuck? Zira spontaneously learns the F word, so now it's a toddler screaming fuck.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Just
Anyways,
like yesterday.
having the acid gun and preparing an acid A,
Alright, go for it.
because motherfucker gotta pay. Well, I think a 24 will hit, but I have advantage anyway, so I'm gonna take it. Well, 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
That's a good thing. So I do the acid gun, acid spray, I get to do the big damage.
Mm-hmm. That you do.
So let me see. Need 12. 15 points of acid damage.
Alright, 15 points of acid damage. That seems to do a number on it. The whole thing just gets covered in acid. It seeps through the armor into the red energy. You see it flicker and sway for a moment. Could not resist the acid. Alright. Anything else?
No, because I can't heal Angie.
Alright. After
Well, then I'll have to wait.
After Zira, George, it's your turn. You see Angie run, get hit in the back, and fall prone again.
Yeah, they didn't have this under control.
No, they did not.
So
That's why I called out.
step 10 feet forward.
Okay, move up into melee range with it.
I haven't rolled higher than 20 so far, so let's see
You have advantage, because you're flanking.
if we can do this.
Come on, George.
Absolutely not. It's a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit. You swing at it and just
Oh.
boom off the armor, vague ringing sound, but no effect.
A well-crafted suit.
That it is.
Too bad no one wants to wear it.
There's a bit of a hole in it now, thanks to Utsu. There's an axe in it.
But that's turn.
Right. After George, it is the creature's turn. Not being too bothered by whatever thing was behind it, just having taken out its first target, it continues wailing on its second target. Utsu, at first attack against you is an 11 to hit. Second attack against you is a 20 to hit. For a total of 7, half to 3 points of slashing damage.
Oh shit.
Oh, great.
Not 10 hit points.
Right, as it once again slices across you, it is now your turn to retaliate if you wish.
I will. I will attack it twice.
Go for it.
First is a 22 to hit
22 hits.
for 12 points of damage. Half to 6.
Sadly enough, indeed, half to 6.
Second
You
is
do
a
have
15.
advantage.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
advantage
yeah,
on the attack rolls.
Yeah, second is a 15 and a 13, so that misses.
Well, you have a 22 and a 15. You could have critted on that. And then a 13 and a 14.
Yeah,
which
no,
does
14.
miss. So yeah, the first swing again, boom, you hit in the same part of the armor. You kind of hit the axe deeper into the chest. The second hit just pings off the armor again. Seems to like it kind of numbs your arm again. It just got the feeling back. Not great, but the thing's still landing there. You see the red glow inside of it does flicker, and the armor has a bit of dents in it at the moment. But Bree, it's your turn.
Yep. Well, if my girl's down, I'm gonna save her. So yeah. Healing word on her.
Hey, healing word on Angie.
Yep. And the guys are pretty much blocking everything, aren't they?
Yeah, you would have to lunge over the staircase to try and hit it, which, staircase.
Can't you get
Yeah.
in between 0 and 2? Where Angie just
Well,
was?
Angie's currently blocking that, really, so
Yeah.
it's not. You would have.
Well,
it should
just
be difficult to range.
just doing a vicious mockery again then.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for the healing word first.
Oh yeah, of course. 1d4 plus 4. Angie regains 7 hit points.
Hey, Angie, you regain 7 hit points. Its wisdom saving throw is a natural 1.
Is a natural 1.
That is correct.
Nice. Okay, here he goes. You're such an idiot! I scream again. He takes 5 points of psychic damage.
Alright, you see the whole thing begins to shake and quiver a bit, and the red energy flashes. It is currently still up, but that hurt it a lot for some reason.
Yeah, because I
round.
get anger.
Angie, it is your turn. You're conscious again. You hear Bree yell at the suit of armor across the room. You are prone.
Okay. I will first cure wounds myself.
By the way, you're still using your webcam mic again, I think.
Again? Jesus. But I will use the cure wounds.
Well, you're already out of range, and you've just been healed by Bree.
I mean, yes. Okay. I'm magic missile his ass.
Hi. 3 bolts. Go ahead and roll first.
did. Sure.
What?
No, you should know this, but you didn't say.
No,
It's not
she
gonna-
it's a good lesson to learn. It's a good lesson to learn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Alright, so magic missile. Go ahead and roll for damage,
After.
because that just hits.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Do you now realize your mistake?
Yep.
What's your mistake?
Force damage doesn't do
Alright, in that case, go ahead and what do you want to do? If it's not magic missile, because you figured out what it was, good enough.
I only... Firebolt, that's the only thing I haven't hit on yet.
Alright, go for it.
Fire damage. It probably won't, but still.
Gotta roll for
Otherwise I
it
can't
first.
do anything. That's a 20.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
It's 2 damage.
Alright, that's exactly what it had left. How do you want to do that?
Okay. It just
Nice.
it just hits him in the chest.
She just turns around, lazily kind of halfway does like a half a sit up, then fires the firebolt. The chest cavity just cranks inward before the red suddenly vanishes and the whole suit of armor just collapses to the ground.
I'm just imagining that she just face down on the floor still.
Yeah, basically like that.
Defeated.
The
take
heavy
a-
sigh.
You all take a moment to breathe. Some of you not doing so well, others of you doing better. Angie is no longer dying, so that's good.
I'm curing myself.
And you cure wounds.
I'm gonna get some acid from the thing.
Alright. I would like for you to make a. This is not really. I would say it's either a. It would be a nature check. This. It's a monstrosity still, so it comes from partially from nature.
Nature check, you say?
A nature check to kind of figure out where this creature's acid would be stored.
Okay, let's see. Do.
Where did I
Okay.
I glossed over that part.
But where's the nobles?
The noble.
That's,
you do not
that's
know.
13.
Yeah, where's Lord?
You
We
haven't
still
found him
haven't
yet.
seen him.
13. I would say
Me.
Zira, you managed to fill 1 vial of acid.
Oh my
But-
god, I have 10 empty vials!
In that process, because you didn't roll that high, you do find enough for 1 vial, but you do suffer 2 points of acid damage.
Oh my god.
Because you're working with acid.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Anyway.
you're taking a short rest, as I see Angie rolling hit die, I think.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
So a rest for
unless-
everybody.
unless there are more,
I'm just not moving.
Unless the
Sorry,
carpet
guys.
is animated,
Well,
which could be.
all of you look like real bad.
Yeah, I need a little moment.
Utso,
Feel bad.
Yeah.
They bit me very hard.
my
Yeah, me
favorite
too.
fellow dwarf Utso.
Yeah.
You are an idiot.
What? What do you mean?
No, don't. What do you mean, me? You know exactly what I mean. Please don't tell me you're that stupid.
Why am I an idiot? I mean, running upstairs. Well, yeah. I didn't expect her to be behind that corner. over
No,
there.
I noticed you didn't expect anything.
Well, surely y'all didn't expect the mirror to be animated. Or, well, the mirror, I don't know, but
Well,
the armor to be animated as well.
we were not alone, so we were fine. Couldn't tell that for you when I got back up the stairs.
I could have gotten her.
No, you could not.
She just surprised me.
Guys, the other woman in the other room, maybe we should check on her. Maybe to check if she is still there.
Oh, well,
Nope.
I'm sure she's still there. Don't go off topic. He needs to learn his lesson first.
You go check. I want to find the guy who has slaves and I want to stab his toes. Also,
do that.
George, does this look infected to you? And I lifted my shirt and showed the wound where I got bit.
What?
This is Luke.
You need to
We'll
make
look
sure
at
that
that later.
this doesn't get an infection.
Just throw some water over it. We'll look at that later.
Okay, I'm gonna find the guy and stab his toes.
Alright.
Don't do that.
And while walking with my dagger like this around the room.
Tink,
That was a
tink,
dagger.
tink, tink. And you go over the carpet. Tink, tink. It's wood. There's wood.
I go check on the monk woman.
She's unconscious. And tied
Okay.
up.
I will drag her into the room.
It takes a moment, but sure. You drag her in there. Still unconscious.
I was convinced she was running away, so I wanted to catch up to her. Ask her some questions.
Zira, make an investigation check, by the way. Or
Yes.
perception check, actually, with what you're doing.
Ah, not
Sorry.
yes.
Here,
Sorry,
just hear
perception
it.
makes more sense.
Just hear her scream.
Ah!
Yeah.
18. Good roll.
Alright. You go around the room, thunk, 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 stabbing into the wood. You get above the carpet. Again, it goes thunk, 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 and then you get off it again. Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Hey,
into the wood.
wait. The sound changed. What was that?
On the
Carpet.
I'll roll the
The carpet.
carpet.
Right.
I help her.
You guys roll the carpet. There's a few stab holes in it now, but you roll the carpet aside, and there seems to be a 3 foot by 3 foot trapdoor with a bit of a lock that is inlaid into the ground.
We are in the second floor.
You are on the second
Or the
floor.
first.
Yes.
I'll open it.
Go ahead, make a
Check for traps.
Go ahead and make a check. Sleight of hand check again, or not a dexterity check with your proficiency.
Dexterity. Okay.
18 again.
How much?
18.
18. With that, you begin ruffling on it, and you're fairly certain that you'll be able to open it up. But you do hear a voice coming from below it, faintly beneath the wood boards. You hear somebody go, "Please don't do that."
On hearing that, George just storms into the room.
Well,
you.
I gotta step your toes, sir.
What? With that,
No.
the
Step
trapdoor.
your toes.
The trapdoor swings open, and there, laying in this very thin crawl space, you see the familiar visage of Lord Nash McLeod.
Just pull
with,
him
with
up.
like the hands
I
like that. Like,
zero in on his feet and stab his toes.
Nope, I stopped that immediately. I just put my shield in front of him.
He's
Zira,
such
listen.
a baby. Why
Oh,
is he
that's
hiding in
fast
there?
of us.
Look, Zira, like he did wrong to people. Let me and Utsul get her just.
I
Okay?
never did anything to you. It was that other woman. She's the one that wanted to kill your friend. I didn't mean to. Just, I mean,
Before
Are you
you
gonna-
what do you
Are
want?
you
before
gonna-
you
What do
listen to justice,
What?
maybe me and Brie can question him for a little because he lied to us, and we really want to know the answer to our
I'd
question
very
right
much
now.
like to
Is she gonna
be
stab
with
me?
that conversation.
Well,
Of course.
fine. I'll go, and I go to the chest and look through the papers to see any evidence of slavery.
Make an investigation
Make-
check.
Finally.
Can I pick up
12.
Ice and drag her into the room?
Yeah, Angie and you kind of drag her into the. She's there. She's unconscious.
Yeah, no. Okay, we can have a nice big conversation with all of us.
Zira's kind of going through the
Mhm.
papers at the moment.
Slow.
The guy is there
Do you
still
wanna
being
wake
held
her-
by George.
Do you want to wake her up, Otsail? Or no?
Not now. I
Let's first question this piece of shit.
Okay.
That's
She's
his new
loud.
name, Mr. Piece of Shit.
I really do not appreciate that type of voice.
So tell me,
His title is
What did you
Mr.
like?
Lord Nash McLeod, so please.
Well, I did
Maybe
not
be
know your
gentle?
dealings with the Iron Syndicate. It was really that I did not expect. She demanded, and I did, and I would wish for you all to leave now. You may take her.
well, we're not leaving because we still want you to answer our question from me and Brie
Uh,
about the servant.
Make an intimidation check. Just with advantage with everything.
I would-
That's just.
I wonder-
everything.
No, I'm not doing anything. Right?
Intimidation.
Yeah,
Just
even though you're not
looking
necessarily being that
pretty
threatened, he
serious.
feels threatened.
Put him down on the anvil. Sit him
Ah,
down on it. He's this little small, just
A natural 20, which makes it 26.
they just came by and it was never my plan to deal with them, and then I was getting a letter, and they said that I had to take him into my service, and then he would leave in a week, and I never really expected anything from this
A letter?
George just takes off his glove and just.
Thank you.
Together!
Stop it! Stop it!
Stop
You said a
crying.
letter.
Yes,
What? Where is that letter?
it's in the chest. Just don't slap me.
Zira, have you found any letter by chance?
I don't know, have I?
You find tomes and tomes with names and prices of different dwarvish individuals in a deal between the McLeod family and the Iron Syndicate.
I definitely found proof of slavery.
Although the names written on there are a McLeod, it is not N McLeod, but it is the letter M McLeod. So another
It says
first name.
Anne McLeod, so maybe he lied
Nash
about his name.
McLeod.
Maybe it's
Aside
not
from
Nash,
that-
but Nash.
Aside from that, you do find a letter that is kind of stowed away, which seems to be very, very a very nice paper, a very official stamp to it. The stamp itself, you see, is of a humanoid face. That one side is very detailed to have like obvious facial features. The left side lacks a nose, a pupil, any facial hair, so it's a very bland expression on the left. That's the seal that's on it. It has been opened. You kind of open it up and take it out. You show it to Angie and
Do we recognize the seal?
That's what you're looking for?
I say after I've already read the letter because
Angie.
Oh,
Make a history check. Make a high one.
$22?
Okay. The letter is a very simple order where Lord McNash is ordered to take an individual who will present himself to him into his service, the individual carrying this letter. You see that the dotted line where the name McLeod is written used to be a blank space but has been filled in. Angie, you've heard of a group known as the Faceless Guard, which is a spy guild from Mornadale, ran by the youngest brother of the royal family. And that's who you know the seal to belong to. Because 22 is a pretty high roll.
Oh.
But yeah, you find that you still have Lord McNash kind of crying just on the anvil.
But
Where is this person now?
oh,
I say very angrily
I
and
don't
grab
know.
him by
He
his
wasn't
collar.
He was in his room last I knew. He wasn't gonna stay for long.
Where is that?
One of the I don't know. One of the
George
rooms,
just
kind of pointing
has
over to
this-
where the servant quarters are.
Just slapping them again.
George is like,
And I push him over and
Ah.
grab Bree and go towards those rooms.
Sure.
Okay,
I'll
I'm
just
being dragged with.
stay here.
So
Yeah.
you guys are going towards those rooms.
Yeah.
Slap them again, George.
What's the rest of you doing?
I want to ask him some questions too.
Alright. George, go for it.
I just grab him and put his face like close to the anvil with sparks sort of come off and it starts heating up. With a bit of a radiant flame.
I already gave you everything
I'm
you
allowed to do
wanted.
that, but I can't step his toes.
No.
I'm not gonna do anything. However, is there anything else you mind sharing with us?
I don't know what you want to know.
Just
I
think
already-
real hard about it.
I don't know.
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
15.
He seems to be genuinely distraught and does not know what you're talking about.
Well, in that case, how bad do you think all these charges are going to be on you?
I don't know.
It's gonna
Well-
be a lot.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Look at all these names.
Should we just bring him to Copramunda and have him set trial there? I bet they
It
love
was
you
never
there.
my plan. It was my brother. He was the one that came with the, and then the people from there. They just came bringing dwarves, and I just had to sign it all. And I know what it was bad, but it was.
Where is
so
your
much
brother
money.
now?
He's in Mornerdale, I think. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while.
He's in Mornadale. What is his full name again?
Do you know the time?
His name is Michael, and he's a really. He can be really scary, and I didn't. You just said that I could make a lot of money, and I did so, and it was a pretty nice deal until just now.
I very much I run up and very much grab him by the collar and I'm like,
Is he scarier than me?
I don't know.
Well, you don't have to be afraid of your brother anymore. Because you'll be safe in prison.
I don't want to go.
Well,
I don't care what you want.
Not up to you.
all these names say something differently.
You think these people wanted
Who
to
are
work for
you?
you? I don't think you're asking the questions there, buddy.
We are the big five.
Very much zero the fearsome.
And we just tie him.
Sure.
I have my dagger.
In the meantime,
I need to stab his toes whenever I get the chance.
Angie and Bree, both
Yeah.
of you stumble over to the. Did everybody do their short rest, by the way?
No.
Yes.
Alright, everybody do their short rest.
Not
You get
yet.
a short rest?
Yeah.
You get all Song of Rest because I'm still tingling a bit with my wound.
Did you roll for that?
Not yet.
Go ahead and roll for that.
1d6.
That's not nearly enough. It's 44. What a max.
Not amazing, but I'll live.
Oh.
Well,
Dice for
Bree
everyone.
rolls for everyone the d6. So
Okay.
when she rolls,
Everyone
gets.
gets 5 hit points.
Yeah, everybody 5.
From-
It's at. Oh wait, that was a 2. Yeah. So everybody
That's
gets
5
5.
for Song of Rest. 8 plus 5.
I live.
3.
But if all of you've done your short rests, Bree and Angie, You guys go to the first room.
Yeah.
You push on the door. It is currently locked.
I break it in.
Make an athletics check.
Oh god.
Are you the?
Just
Am I
ask
stronger
me
or are you
to
stronger?
pick the door, right?
Bridge wrist.
Because I have
60?
a tenant.
Aye. You hit against the door.
Shoulder.
Ow. That hurt.
Can we just get the lock open with, dagger or something?
Have you ever
Oh,
stuck a
the
these
dagger
tools
in a lock?
I have.
Yeah, you have it. I don't.
You've seen me pick locks multiple times already.
Yep. So I tried to do that again as well.
What did you try to do?
I tried to unlock the door by doing what Zero normally does, but
Do you
I
have
don't have
thieves'
these tools.
In
No.
that case, you cannot even attempt opening it.
Why?
Because you don't have thieves' tools.
Yeah, but I have a dagger.
I
Have
go.
you ever tried jamming a dagger into a lock? Doesn't go
I
well.
go. Zira, can you help us?
Bria's not that intelligent, so.
And you were the tippy taps of me running towards
You
you.
need to hold her.
The faint claws, the scratch mark of the claws come running across the floor as Zira kind of comes scooting into the servant quarters.
Could you perhaps open this door?
Certainly try.
I pick her up.
No. To lift
So
her up
she
to the
can,
level of the... Sure.
so she can reach the lock.
Go ahead and roll, Zira.
The rolls are getting just a little bit worse each time. 17.
17 still unlocks the door. There you see, the moment you enter, you see against the far wall an older gentleman. I think Angie and George, you've seen him. This was the cook who ran upstairs way back when. Kind of stands there like this, going, "I'm sorry."
Where is the new servant?
And he kind of points out of the door. Another one.
Is he in one of these rooms?
I think so. Unless he left.
I go to the next door.
Alright, go to the next door. It's also locked.
Zira!
Here we go again.
Zira comes over.
That's an 8.
8. You begin, and this one's not budging.
I try and kick it open.
Alright, go ahead and make an athletics check again against this other door.
Why are you trying to kick?
Plus 20.
Alright. You kick the door, and you, instead of actually kicking open the door, you just burst out 2 planks, which creates this, like, dog door that you have in a door sometimes.
I look through it.
You look through it. In there's like this younger elven female that kind of sits on the bed with like the sheets kind of pulled up partially over her like face and body, kind of hiding away, going, "What?"
Next one.
Next door also locked.
And I apologize to the girl. I'm sorry, we're just looking for someone.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
With 8.
This also.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Go for it.
17.
Aye. You kick against the door. It kind of shakes and quakes for a moment, but it's still in there. There's some faint crack marks on it.
Do it again.
I do it again.
Sure, go for it. Try and do it again.
20.
Alright, another. It cracks just a little further. You don't open it up, but luckily you also don't harm yourself doing this.
I do it again.
Okay.
It's another 20.
Alright, this time you suffer a point of bludgeoning damage, as you didn't increase it. You just. Ow! And you've kind of found your limit as to how far you can kick open this door. You can either take a lot of time.
Lockpick it again.
You can lockpicking is a word. You can either take some time to lockpick it or kick it. It will take a hot second, or you find a new way of doing it.
What in the world are you guys doing?
I'm gonna take my time to lockpick it.
Alright, Zero begins lockpicking it. Instead of it being like an action, this time it's going to take like 10 minutes.
Fair.
Okay.
That's
Are
the
there more
downside of
doors in
failing
this
your
hall?
check. Yeah, you'll be able to open it, but it'll take
That's
longer.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
Are there more
Okay,
doors in this
is
It
hall?
might have worked here.
Yes, one door that's been opened where the cook is currently hiding in his chambers.
Yeah, but I
another
mean,
one. No, and
their
then
little
they're
trail.
at the final one. But past that, you have the tower that leads to the staircase.
Can we go up the tower?
Well, somebody has to be with Lord Piece of
I
Shit.
wasn't talking to you, I was talking to Uts.
Oh.
We're not even there.
We're
I'm
not
not even with you guys.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, we could go and check. These are
Come with us.
bound.
No.
Oh, you want to carry them with you? I don't want Mr. Whiny Pants come with us here.
Look, if Mr. Whiny Pins has any funny ideas or any tricks up his sleeve, they'll be the first to feel it. Pushes him.
Nice.
Alright, so are you taking Lord McNash with you? Or McLeod? Alright,
He's like my meat.
sure. You guys take some time going up the stairs. The spiral staircase continues for an entire elevation, eventually coming to a small tower chamber where you see there is a bookshelf. There's a lousy chair. There's some candles. There's a very small fire hearth. This is like a small seating area. There's some windows.
So where do you
all
keep
around.
your valuables?
I don't.
No, don't tell me you don't have any valuables, because that's bullshit.
I do, but I had to. Where I was, it's in the floor. Don't hurt me.
In the floor you were, like you were
Yeah.
in? Well, you didn't have to do it like that. What's this?
What's that word?
You got any good books?
What?
I ask you if you had any good books.
I don't think I do. I just sometimes
Well,
when
do
I
you
take
recommend?
some time, I don't know what you want.
I didn't say what I want. I said, what do you recommend?
Like, I like to read it. Some romance is nice. I'm really alone.
Well, you didn't have to say that to me.
I'm uncomfortable.
So he's basically reading erotica.
I really
Got
don't want
it.
to go to jail. Can you please let
Kinky.
me go? The money is in the floor.
50 Shades of
no.
Blue.
No, that's
Someone's
gonna
gonna
be-
I really want him to go to jail, but I also really want to stab his toes.
You can do both.
One of those is illegal.
Going to
mean,
jail is
jail.
illegal?
Anyway,
Look.
I mean, going to if
Anyways, how far am I with this door?
it takes a moment. Unless
Just pick one book.
he just grabs one from a shelf, kind of holds it.
Is it 50 Shades of Dwarves?
What is the book?
He seems to have just grabbed a very, very wide-brimmed book, and it
Pinocchio and Julie Dwarf.
it seems to be a collection of short stories set within the adventurers' lives of it has a very, very exciting cover art. But it seems to be focusing mostly on some type of romance plot, as there seems to be two elven figures on the front, kind of a woman kind of straddling this man as they're leaning up against a tree, kind of overlooking a very beautiful Durelian landscape.
Kinky?
Elven
Guy
smut.
is lonely.
Is it written by elves?
I think so.
You have so much to live, so long of a life. And then this is what you use it for. Imagine that.
I didn't write
I'll
it.
be taking that.
Oh.
This and slavery. Don't forget the slavery part.
Subtle.
The moment you
I'll be taking that.
the moment you take the book from it, it kind of reveals the title. It says Between the Ears.
Well. Add that to my collection.
As you guys are kind of coming down with Lord McNash, you manage to open up the door. What you step into, it seems to be a very small servant quarters. There's a small desk, a very simple bed. There seems to be a rather small window that overlooks the backyard. Has no way of opening, in case you were wondering. There's a small dresser and a purple fuck, what's that called in English? 1 second.
What is it called in
Translated.
Dutch?
Doesn't know.
It's nice.
It's
nice
fluweel, so
for
it's
American
a
people to hear.
it's a very shiny, light purple colored velvet carpet. There seems to be this square, this square shape. That's what you see the moment you step into the room.
Oh, guy.
No guy.
Do
I
we
check
find
under the
any
carpet.
clues?
Okay. You lift up the carpet. The moment you do that,
It's animated, isn't it?
yes, it's animated
Oh,
carpet.
Jesus.
Magic carpets! Oh my god!
It's a magic carpet.
Knew it.
No.
Let's go to Agrabah.
But Angie, as you lift it, you see you lift it and it seems to be a little dark. You know, there's a bit of shadow under it. You lift it further. There seems to be this weird design on the inside, and you open it up, and it seems like almost as if there's a hole in it, but there's not. So you lift it, and from that small hole in the inside, you see a short sword just being jabbed towards you for a 21 to hit.
No, not again!
It hits. But as a reaction,
Mentioned.
I will use True Strike.
Okay, so you true strike whatever this thing is, as you do see a pale hand appear holding the blade. You suffer, let's see, including that, 30 points of piercing damage.
Jesus!
I rolled
Oh, fuck,
I
mate!
rolled really high on that.
D?
Yeah, I only have 4 hit points left, though.
Yeah, so you and Angie collapses to the ground. After
No,
which...
no, I'm not down.
Oh, sorry.
I still have 4 left.
I thought you had 4. Aye.
No,
Oh
I
my
have
God.
34.
But you get
Heart
stabbed.
attack.
The whole carpet just flies upward, and you see it gets grabbed by the edge, where there seems to be this odd dark space on the inside of the carpet, as it immediately gets taken with this individual that appears out of fucking nowhere, grabbing the carpet, and he begins to dash, trying to get past you all.
But I still hold the carpet.
Yeah, you're holding the carpet. He's going. In that case, he will make a contested strength check with you to try and wrestle it from your grasp.
He'll
Please,
probably
so
win.
high.
It's a 19 on his part.
Oh god.
It's a 16 on mine.
Alright, so he takes it, it disappears out of your hand, and he begins to
But do I get...
kind of run away.
Oh wait, I used my reaction already. I will run after him and use Magic Missile.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the damage. As he kind of dashes out of the hallway, Bree and Zero, both of you kind of turn back, and you see him leave. You see the 3 darts just fly around the corner, following him. The moment he runs around the corner, Utsil, I would say you coming up front, and then George dragging Lord McNash with. You guys kind of come into the doorway that Ice was standing in, And the guy is
You
just
know,
kind of running towards you, kind of stops for a moment. Looks back, and then Angie comes running out of the doorway.
19.
Good moment.
That's a high roll, nice. He stands there for just a moment. What do you guys do?
I shout, stop him!
Can I
Put down your
grapple him?
weapon, buddy.
Sure.
Gonna win this.
Go ahead, make a grapple check, Utsul. He will try to evade that.
Just
Just an athletics
so-
check.
natural 20 plus 5. So
Alright,
it's
so
still 20.
he runs out of the door. You see Angie kind of come around the corner, fires out with her finger. 3 bolts just all slam into his back. He kind of gets stunned for a moment. And then she says, grab him! Utsul immediately out of nowhere just dives towards him, just hitting him right in the midsection. He falls to the ground for a moment.
Oh, wait, I made a mistake.
What?
It is not 19, it's 16. Sorry.
Alright, 16. Same result. He's now grappled by Utsul on the floor. He is still up and awake, but he's grappled by Utsul. Does anybody else do anything?
Is he our guy?
He's not wearing the clothes of your guy. Not necessarily, but he
So we don't recognize him.
No, but he seemed to have recognized you.
Okay.
Well, can I do the old 1, 2, 3 whilst he's grappled? Just throw the hammer him
Sure, go for it.
out of this world. Well, you know,
Hammer him
non-lethal,
unconscious.
Non-lethal. Okay, go for it. Does anybody else want to do anything? I'm letting you all you guys do something. Angie has
I
magic
already
missile.
did.
You grappled him. George is attacking him.
8.
8 points.
Well, 8.
8 to hit. 8 does not hit. He kind of reaches the head out of the way. You.
Boonk. Sit still.
Ah! 0, do you do anything?
I'll just run up to him and
Tickle his feet.
Do you do anything, 0?
well, George just screams, tickle his feet. Vera, without thinking, starts tickling the feet.
Sure. Bree, do you do anything?
I run up to him and I once when he's grappled, I'd like to go through his pockets and see if he has an item,
Of course.
a special item with him.
Aye. Well, he you start going through his pockets. At that point, I would say Utsil and Angie and George, the 3 of you who are currently paying attention to him, you see him like he takes in his surroundings for a moment. Currently seems to be human male, around mid-20s. But the moment that kind of stops, he kind of looks around, closes his eyes. He seems to shut his mouth for a moment. 2 seconds pass, and he begins to convulse. Like, then there seems to be some foaming at the mouth. The eyes kind of begin to roll back.
Oh no!
Yep.
Can I cure wounds him? Can I heal him from what he just did?
Well, that is not cure wounds. Is not gonna do what he did. As
What is this
They're
suicide
on the
Put him
thing?
in a recovery position.
God.
there on the floor, this guy succumbs to a poison.
That's what I figured.
And after
Finally
that,
still.
George kind of like hits the face and cracks it inward slightly. He stopped
Does he have
moving.
something? Still, does he have something on him?
think
He's
he's
going
already
through his
dead.
pockets, and as you're going through his
Shit.
pockets, he is not holding much in his. What you do find on him, like on his person.
Yeah.
I'll write it down.
Yeah, so go ahead and grab a place to write this down.
I'm ready.
On his
Is this your
person, you find a 120 gold or 160 gold pieces. Bree, you find this.
Okay.
That's a lot.
One second, I gotta write that down. You find 160 gold pieces, a forgery kit, which may be of interest.
Okay.
A set of thieves' tools.
Yeah.
a set of studded leather armor, a light crossbow with 17 bolts, and a short sword. Aside from that,
Light crossbow with
17 bolts and a short sword.
Yeah.
Aside from that, you find a paper ticket for a caravan that is heading to Mornendale.
Hey.
Ticket for one individual.
Morndale. It was a long sword, you said, right?
Short sword.
Short sword. Sorry.
Aside from that, he's also he's still holding in one hand the velvet cloth that he yanked out of Angie's grasp.
Can I investigate the cloth?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Whilst that, can George like go under the floor and?
Sure, you look under the floor and there is multiple locked chests there. That is probably some type of vault.
Is Ice still there, by the way?
Ice is still there. She's unconscious.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 14.
14. You take the cloth and you look at it at one point for one side, and it's just a cloth. At that time, Bree, who just finished going through his pockets, looks in from the other side, and although from your side it's a smooth velvet piece of cloth, on the inside there seems to be I think it's 5 feet diameter. I would have to check. 5 feet diameter tunnel that extends for about 10 feet. There's just this cylindrical chamber that goes inwards. And aside from a rolled up tent and a bedroll and a mess kit and all sorts of traveling equipment, there is a faint piece of shimmering gold in there.
Ooh, I grab it.
I
grab
see it, so I grab it.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
Bree
I'm
sees it,
sorry.
you don't see it. So, Bree, you kind of
Yeah.
reach in. Strangely enough, you're holding up the cloth, Angie. You kind of look over it, and you see Bree climbing into it. And at that point, you also notice the hole. And she emerges on the other end with this very beautiful, partial golden crown that you're aware of what you're looking for. At the same time, for Angie, because you're holding this item at the moment, you have found a portable hole.
Yeah, bitch!
Oh my god,
At this
But
moment,
this person.
there is a voice
break
that kind of
game.
rings out from downstairs, going, I don't think I want to ask, but is the Big Five still alive up there?
Yes, we are.
And you guys hear the not so familiar voice of Stone Brand, who is now slowly, very carefully making his way up the stairs. And that's where we're going
Okay,
to be
I'm
taking
putting the crown back in
that's
my
where we're going to
backpack.
be taking a
Perfect.
short 15-minute break.
Oh my god, we did it, Angie!
You
Yeah.
put the
Oh my
thing,
god!
you put the thing in your backpack, and that is all
Yep.
nice. We'll be back in
Wow,
about
what a
15 minutes from now.
surprise.
We're going to be taking a short break. Stick around. We'll be back. I'm gonna go grab a drink and go to the bathroom. That kind of stuff. But we will be back and see where this shit continues.
Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god!
Welcome back, everyone. We took a short break where we got some drinks and went to the bathroom and stuff like that. Now we're going to be continuing, as you guys are all in the second story room of the McLeod Mansion. Stone Brand, the dwarven royal who I told you about his interests in setting up a dwarven presence within Eleanor, approaches you and goes, "So, I have seen what you've been doing outside. Are you alright? There's a lot of people asking questions, and guards are currently keeping them out. I told them that I had some people in here, so I'm kind of the negotiator, but at the same time I know that what you were doing here, so..."
I think you are very interested in this, and
I don't know who had it, but I have claimed it now. The thingy with all the names.
Sure.
I mean, you
The,
were looking at
clear
You
evidence
got
of
it,
saying-
yeah. But
Ye-
we have the letter though.
He takes the tome,
I have read it.
And he's kind of sifting through. He goes, "This should be more than familiar. Slavery is outlawed, and these are clearly names and prices. That should work. Good work. You all are all right, yes?
Kind
Kind of.
sort of.
Better, but we're fine.
Right. Well, to avoid criminal charges, I would advise all of you to come with me. I will be able to get you out of here past the guards that are currently wondering really what's happening here. When I heard somebody got attacked in the streets, I did not expect to eventually walk into this.
Well, yeah, we got attacked in the streets by mob
Right.
folk.
Well,
At least. Yeah.
We dealt with it.
Speaking of that, we still have her. I point to Ice in the corner of the room, unconscious.
who is that? There was
Uh,
also some
for-
guy downstairs still alive, but... Is he one of yours?
Well, I think I knocked him out, but that was an associate of mine, but she works with the mob. So I'd like to question.
Right. Well, as this is currently a crime scene, and most of you are all suspects,
Can we put her in the...
in what?
Do we know about the portable hole again?
You kind of figured out what it
Because
is.
we were.
Oh,
but
yes.
if they told us.
At this point,
Yeah.
I would say you there's like a short,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Yes, we can certainly do that, and I think maybe a few of us can join her in this thing.
Like, I don't have a problem with it, but you do know that it's
What?
taking her with us hostage.
I absolutely can't understand you.
Taking her with us hostage, that's kidnapping. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but
Well,
I figured that you guys wouldn't want to.
Well, if there's any other criminals in here, I'm pretty sure that as this was all happening on ground of Dorelia, they'll be more than happy to put them in their prisons.
well, no, I'd like to ask her some questions still.
Well, she's your friend, and just lay down the carpet, and we'll just...
I really don't think
Yeah.
it's that good of an idea to take people out of here as most... Well,
I put her in
Just
the carpet.
wait and see.
he's like super confused for a moment and goes, "Right, well, I appreciate all of your helps. Is a good plan if I'm going to be bringing him in, and I will be able to excuse most of you, hopefully, out of whatever you've committed here. But until this all is resolved, they'll probably not want you to leave in case they have any
Ooh.
questions.
Also,
do I know about the air supply in the portable hole?
No, haven't figured that much out yet.
We'll
Okay.
figure that one out on the fly.
Because
There's
I
also
kind of want to
just-
fold it up.
You would have to, otherwise you can't take it with you.
Yeah. So
Okay, so you fold it up.
Mr.
Wait, no,
Um,
should someone be with her? I don't know where it goes, but
Well, if there's no air, I don't think anyone should be going with her.
there's no air we shouldn't put her
No.
in there.
Well, we don't know. We'll figure that out. I'd rather figure it out on her than any of...
Well, I'd like to figure that out before we.
Well, is there any... Do you have any other things to put it
oh,
in
you want to
without?
join her?
I mean, I don't
Is this
really
the
want
most
to,
important thing that you're currently talking about? Because either we're going to be walking out of here, or they're going to be walking in here and seeing what you did.
Yes, let's get going, guys. Because
I'll
if we're
go.
out
I'll
of
go
here,
in.
we can
I'll
open
go
it.
into the hole.
Okay.
Any of the other people downstairs? Do you need? Is that? I don't know who they
No.
are.
No,
Are they friends of yours?
Needed to be.
No, they were mostly guards and people of here. Which
Very well.
didn't deserve to die.
exactly.
But some people... I guess have different agendas.
Look at me.
Luckily, if what we
I
are
killed no one.
if we
You're in the bag.
Job, Zilla.
if what we were suspecting is actually true, and these documents do reveal that, hopefully most of you will be excused of your crimes. Until that, this is murder. I will be
We
advocating
committed
for
no
you.
crime.
You've killed a lot
They
of
attacked
people.
us first.
Arguably, you're the one still standing, makes it murder. Self-defense can be argued, but hopefully the moment that we've ousted Lord McNash for his crimes, most of this will die down again. But until then, I need you all to return to the Roaring Boar and keep a low profile. Yes?
Got it.
We're great at that.
Alright. Follow me, don't say too much. And he begins to lead you out of the, down the stairs. There you see currently the one guard being kind of woken up. You see the other dwarf, Nusok. Kind of next to him, there's a couple of Dorelia guard in here that kind of look over to you. One of them seemed to go like, what the fuck? Like recognizing
Beautiful armor.
this group. Bran also is currently taking Lord McNash with him. They kind of all walk up to the edge of the fence where there's like a decent crowd of about anywhere between 50 to 100 people currently kind of standing there. You see some of the guard trying to keep them out. Bran goes and talks to a guard captain and simply goes, "We have evidence that Mr. McLeod has been trapping dwarven individuals and using them in slave labor. There is proof these individuals were almost caught in the same scheme and have luckily managed to defend themselves and brought this severe crime to light." And the guard captain kind of responds, looking you over, going, "Right. Well, as long as you all stay available for questioning, we will not have any problems. But I do need to speak." And he kind of turns to Lord McNash, who's currently kind of crying still. Kind of cocks his head slightly, going, "Right, we have to figure this out." And there's a lot of people kind of confused looking at this high and mighty lord now crying, tied up in his own front yard. And when Bran kind of steps forward with the tome, kind of opening it up and showing to any people nearby, going, "Lord Nash McLeod here has been trapping my people, the dwarven people of Coppermoon, for the longest time in his scheme to earn money and gold for himself, while sharing none of the wealth with the workers of his own. These brave 5 individuals, the big 5, have been successful in apprehending this criminal, and together we will all be able to judge him fairly." Some of the people are confused and not necessarily immediately cheering, but there's some faint, like, yeah, kind of like some support, until you notice that way in the back, there's a couple of dwarves going, "Fuck yeah, that's what we've been waiting for the entire time." And that kind of like parts most of the elven crowd. It's like there's about a crowd of about 30 to 40 dwarves that you recognize, some from being in and around the Roaring Boar, that are now standing there in support of Bran. Some beginning to cheer his name, beginning to cheer the big 5. This ocean kind of parts for you all to leave. Bran kind of goes, "We'll be talking again in the Roaring Boar tonight.
Before we leave, you just low profile, right?
I really... Recognition where recognition is done, but don't kill anybody else."
No, that's what you...
Wasn't planning on.
I apparently am in a backpack, so
Yep.
Are you?
confusion.
That is correct.
Mocha
That's
is the big 5, but there are only 4.
part of the confusion is indeed because of that. But you all are excused as Bran continues conversation with the guard captain. There's a couple of dwarves that are now all returning to the shanty town outside of Ilnor, so they kind of walk in the same direction as you. Some of them coming up, kind of thanking you for what you've done. Some of them saying, "I've got family members in there still, but thanks to you, they'll be free now." So there's, amongst the dwarven population, there is a lot of thanks. The elves are mostly like, "Wait, what the fuck's happening?"
George is just embracing it.
But you guys are, at the moment, to do as you wish. If you do wish to return with some speed to the roaring boar, you have to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, we try.
I would say, Zira, make a Constitution saving throw.
Just find her.
You find it?
I'm waiting. It's loading.
Well, for me it says 20, natural 20 to 25.
Yeah.
For me, it says nothing.
Well, strangely enough, we all see it.
Natural 20.
Yeah,
But
same.
with that, you manage to hold your breath and keep yourself calm enough to the point that there's no need for air. Ice is breathing slowly. She's unconscious, so her air limit is a bit remained until eventually, Zira, you see above you the hole appearing and opening up as you guys reach the roaring boar and will open up the handkerchief, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of roll out the sheet.
Still
Zira
alive.
in there, still alive, looking up. Just sitting atop
You
some
can come
camping
out
gear.
now.
Why did we put her in again?
To look if she can. I mean, if there are any consequences from being in there.
You wanted to.
I also pretty
I mean,
much
she wants to
convinced
go.
myself to go in there.
Poor Zira, why did. Stop being such a bad influence to her.
Well, she's alive. So
I
no need
love
to
that
worry
George
about
is
it.
basically my dad now.
Don't shut it off like that. She's not dead. What are you talking about? She could have
She's not
died. She
dead.
could have literally died.
Yeah,
wanted
but
to
she
go in herself.
hasn't. So stop making a thing about it.
She's 3 years old. What do you mean she wanted to do it? She'd do anything if you'd asked her to do it.
But I didn't ask us to do it.
She did it
She wanted
herself.
to.
You should have stopped her if you
The
would
question
want
was
it.
asked,
Wizard.
is anyone gonna go in with her? And I was like, sure.
I didn't see her get in there.
Maybe you should watch our little Zira then. If you don't
blame
want
this
her
on
to
me.
go in there. Well, you're the only one who makes a thing
You
about
get-
this.
George, you're the only one who's
You're
acting like my
blaming
dad.
it on you.
This is.
Anyway,
George is just the unofficial dad of Zira now.
You've all made it back
I
to the
wrote-
roaring
wrote-
boar.
written
You
in the
have the
ranks there.
privacy of your room. Ice is still unconscious inside the portable hole. What do you wanna
breathe now. I'll take her out of the portal hole.
Sure. It's 10 feet deep, so you kind of have to like
Or-
throw her up. But it's a bit of ass.
Oh no, wait. If it's open,
You can either put
you
it on the
can,
floor or on the wall. So
yeah, but
mean,
the air
put
will
it on
come
the
in,
wall.
right? If you
the what?
leave it open. If you don't crumple it up, you will still have air, right? If
Yeah.
you go in,
It's just a hole.
then we'll go into the portable hole and just
Sure.
try to wake her up. We'll do it there then.
Well, she was knocked unconscious, meaning that she has to complete a long rest before she wakes up again.
Who did it
then-
again?
Angie,
No.
she crushed her with the hand.
Then stay there to
But-
keep guard, I suppose.
Um,
Or be in
Bree.
the portal hole, I suppose.
Yeah.
brain fart. I'm sorry. Wait.
Crown. Q.
Yes. What are we going to do with that? I mean,
Well, we had an
oh,
assignment.
question for the DM. Question for the DM. I'm sorry. The car, the card to Mornadale. It is.
Yeah.
The ticket to Mournerdale.
Caravan.
yeah.
You got a ticket.
The caravan ticket to Mournerdale. Is it already used or is it for a certain date?
No, it's in for a week from now.
A week from
okay.
now. Okay. That was my question for the DM. That's
I
it.
answered it.
Sorry.
There you go. No problem.
Yes, the crown. What are we going to do with that?
Well, we had an assignment. We have to get it to the Watchers. So,
Yes, but do you know how?
well, out of game, you said to us that well, I think I know it because I have a friend at the Watchers, but I know the headquarters are not located somewhere.
It's not a fixed position. It moves around.
Yes.
Throughout.
It's mutable, right?
Yeah, it moves out throughout the wildlands. But once you find it, it's pretty obvious. Yeah, that's what I'll say about it for now. I'm pretty sure you still know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know exactly how to trace it. Well, so I don't know.
It's also halfway
And
across
maybe
the
we
continent.
should tell Sir Faucher? Foucher. If that we found the item that we were looking for.
And where
that
is he
we were
again? Sir Fouché?
He is in the. He currently resides with the Watchers. That's how you came to. Angie knew him already before that. You've come to know him through your friend, or you've never met him before, but he introduced
I've heard of
Angie.
him.
Yeah, he introduced Angie to your friend, and then your friend introduced Angie to you, and you guys went after it.
Oh, so I also know that friend.
You know the friend. You've met them.
Okay. Because I didn't know knew the friend.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay,
the way it
that's-
would have gone. How you guys would have connected and found each other in the first place.
Yeah. So maybe it's smart if we can figure out how to find the Watchers.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how to find the Watchers?
No, there is except for the fact that
Interesting.
you've had then your contact in Pumbleton, where that's why you and your friend your friend introduced you to Angie there. That's where you guys started off. Your point. That's her last known location. You're not sure if that's also where she still resides. A watcher would know where the headquarters is or how to get there. As I said, the headquarters itself moves around and isn't in a fixed position. So, unless through magical means, you would not otherwise be able to find it without knowing it or scouring the landscape until you find it.
Okay. Well, that's a problem.
Do I know how to get in contact with the Sir Foucher?
Fouché.
No,
Fouché,
he would have left you with. Let me check the name. He would have left you with Riva Naduk, the wood elven friend of Bree, where she then introduced you to Bree and sent you guys on your way. So last you saw him, he was in Pumbleton as well, although he did make it clear that he was not planning on staying there.
It's a crowded town. Everyone was there.
Well, Riva and Surfcher were both there. Then Riva introduced you guys to each other, and Surfcher left. As far as you're aware, Riva had no plans of returning. She was still residing in Pumbleton.
Well, I haven't seen my mom and dad in a while. Maybe I can visit them.
Yes, but then the whole party would have gone, at least I believe we all want to be together right now. Or do we
Mhm.
But
want to
wait,
split
you're
up?
all in the same room for this conversation.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just talking
no
out loud.
going on.
What the hell are all of you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Look.
Well, I'm a hobbit. A hobbit loves
No,
his
that's
or her
I think you're a
family.
halfling.
Halfling, it's all the same.
You guys are
And-
basically my family, so I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave you guys.
Yeah. Well,
The point is, we have an item we have to turn in with someone, but we have to find that person, and we do not exactly know where that person is. So, our main clue to find that person is to go back to the town where we met, and hope that the person is still there. But there is a chance
Angie,
that
find a
I-
clue or track.
I have a question.
yes.
We use the bushing as we saw the crown. Just be straight up with us, please.
Yes, the crown is the thing that we have to turn in.
We're alone, right?
Yeah, you guys are. Well, Ice is there, but she's unconscious.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'll-
get
I'll-
the crown
I'll-
out of the backpack.
Yeah,
How far away is this
it is.
place where you?
It's a very beautiful golden and platinum crown inlaid with sapphires. It has a partial aquatic design to it, representing both the landward sign or landward traits of Genova as well as its shoreside economy and society, as they still trade with the other continents across the world. So it's kind of a representation of the country in the shape of this beautiful jewel.
That looks very important.
And very
So
expensive.
how
This
far is
is
this
the-
place?
Well, it's lots to the east.
No.
So
Well, I sent the map. You can have an idea there. It's
yeah, but Genova is in the east of Nufandlind, right?
Yep.
And we're still in the wildlands, close to there.
Yeah.
No, you're currently in Dorelia. The Wildlands is across the
Oh, that's
central lake of the.
little bit north. Yeah.
I'll show it on the battle map so people can see as well. Let's see. Not the
Okay.
combat cam, but
So you
Newfoundland
wish
map.
to go?
You guys are currently in Dorelia, and you're going to want to go to Genova. Oh Jesus!
All that we don't know. You've no clue what you're looking for is actually that.
The person? No, we do not know for sure. No.
How in the world did you
I don't know where she is.
get this job, and why is it so confusing?
Well, let me explain.
Please,
This
please do.
Is that a?
this is the crown that belongs to the king of Genova. But there is no official heir to the throne, and it is said that the one who has the crown will be the new king. And there's already
queen.
civil unrest in in Genova right now. I have a friend at the Watchers, and she gave us an assignment, Angie and I, to find this crown and bring it to her.
And then what?
Oh, that's quite important.
So
Well, what are they gonna?
Can
be
I
like,
wear it?
you can try it on, and I think it goes
It's
like
way
this
too
on her
big.
head.
Maybe-
There's no way.
Yeah.
I don't really think that is. We should probably keep it safe somewhere.
It's always safe in my bag.
You should probably not have it around too much, or show it. Or wrap something
No.
around.
I just wanted to tell you, but I'll put it in my backpack. And I'll get it from Zero's head and put it back in my backpack.
Sure.
So, but the problem is, if we still think that the people we have to look for are in this little town, then we have to hurry because there is a big chance that they will move very soon.
Yeah, but I think going to Pummel Town from all the way here, it's a long journey, and maybe we stumble upon Riva when we're in the wildlands because it's somewhere there.
Oh god, more orcs.
If we're gonna go on a long journey, can we please get something to ride on? Because my feet will hurt pretty fast, and I don't think you guys want to carry me the whole way.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
No, neither would I. I want some
Trust me,
information first.
Carry a lot of weight with me anyway.
I mean, we can always look for like something of a cart or a horse or something like this.
Well, we have this, right? And I get the ticket from the caravan to Mornendale.
Mhm.
It's
One.
only one ticket, but
You want to send
Maybe-
Zira all on her own? Gosh, you're
No.
irresponsible.
no, not one of us is going. Maybe we can try to get 4 tickets so we can all go on the caravan to Mornendale. It's close to Genova.
Or, hear me out. We could also help the stable master. I don't know, the stable guy who had that quest. Help him and ask him for horses.
Maybe.
I could work.
That is actually
Horses are
a very good
smart.
idea.
Are these horses of his or are these horses of someone else? Because then he would have.
Well, one way to figure it out. Could work. Even a discount, maybe. I don't know how, horses are. They're horses.
Ponies are really nice.
Yeah, we probably want to have something not too big.
I think only Angie should take a horse and the rest of us takes a pony.
I want a deer.
Ride a horse.
I don't think you should be riding a deer.
No.
I don't think anyone should be riding a deer.
Not.
Now only elves do that. Sometimes.
I can speak Elvish.
Deers can't.
I'm gonna get a deer.
Oh dear.
Well, that was a great one-liner.
But there is one problem. We should stay low for now until at least this investigation is over.
We
Yeah.
shouldn't kill anyone.
Yeah, we
Yes.
should stay close.
Okay. Hear me out. Right? That thing didn't leave in for a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to wait a week anyways. And because we have to stay here for questioning and can't really leave without being very suspicious, we'll have to stay here. So I say we stay here at least a week. We'll see if we can get more tickets for that thing. And if investigation is still going, I don't know. I don't know how investigating crimes work. I'm not from the CSI. Say we stay here at least another week, do whatever you want to do, like help the stable guy or the other guys, because there are quests and we could use some. Well, we use some money. We have pretty much a lot of money, but more money would be nice. And also, I really want to read my book.
Speaking
Should
of
read.
books.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I think. What time is it? What time would it be?
Later afternoon, couple hours till dinner.
You're gonna sit down and read some wholesome stories.
Even better. I'm gonna go to the bathhouse and I'm gonna read some wholesome stories.
Oh god.
Bathhouse even.
To the bathhouse. Oh.
Good luck.
Well,
I need
enjoy.
that.
I'm gonna go.
Nutzel's coming with us.
What? No.
Yes.
Just very much going
With
to the
or
stable
without the
master
happy
to
ending?
ask about theirs.
That she doesn't get away.
Yeah, Zira will take it. We'll do that. Make sure she doesn't leave. Right, Zira?
No. I'm perfectly fine with just staying here and wait.
Come on, buddy, you need a bath.
Alright, so what are y'all doing with the rest of your day? Couple of hours.
I'm being forced.
Oh yeah, okay, you don't get a choice, but George and Utsu go to a bathhouse. In the meantime,
Maybe me and Bree are playing music downstairs.
Yeah, or I'm talking to
is
Zira.
anybody keeping an eye on ice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I will.
Alright.
I was
talking
gonna
to
go.
Zira about an idea I have.
Sure.
I think we can work together on that.
Okay. Hit me.
It's called a bomb that explodes, and there's a really nasty smell with it. Maybe we can use that in combat to scare off the enemy. And I like to tinker stuff and fix things and make sure they work. And you know how chemical things work, at least acid.
I'm
So,
very
Could we
knowledgeable.
work on that maybe this week? So we have an extra
that
tool
would be-
in our combat.
I think that would be doable. Have to figure some stuff out to see what we need.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can manage. Also, really want to acquire how to get a deer. So
You
I'm
want a
not gonna
deer?
do that now and figure out how to make stink bombs later.
Okay, so you're gonna go to the stable master.
I will stay behind and watch the dwarven woman.
Yeah.
And because I'm bored,
Stay
I will
with
give
her
her
and
a
work on the
haircut.
song.
Sure.
What?
Okay. At the moment she has I'm pretty sure, I mean, Utsul, you made her, so you can describe what their hairstyle she has, and then Angie can describe the hairstyle she had, or you can you can describe what she had, and Angie will describe what she has.
I don't know if I wrote that down. let me give it a quick look see. I don't think I wrote down character description.
In that case, at the moment, Angie, so you can do whatever you wish with this. She has semi short, sleek black hair, kind of tied into an easy ponytail, so it's not in the way of her business. Because of her dwarven lineage, there is the ever so slight dwarven sideburns that she does have. Very pragmatic hairstyle at the moment. You can do whatever you wish.
Okay.
With it.
I will take one side of her head, completely bare, like maybe a
Sure.
few patches of hair still there, but as best as I can with my dagger.
Sure.
Don't torture
And
this woman.
The beard, I will cut it off. I will cut it clean as much
Sure.
as possible, and maybe give her like an undercut or something.
Oh god. Okay. Wow.
And I will remove her eyebrows. Yeah, that's it.
Sure.
Just
Are you-
make her look like a cancer patient.
God.
Are you proficient in this, or is she going to be tortured right now?
Well, there might be some cuts and bruises, but you know.
I mean, she's
Zira, you go over to where the stable master is. You have a couple of weird looks as the lonesome kobold walking the streets of Illinois. But eventually you knock on the door of the stable master, and the door gets answered, and there seems to be a rather young high elven man, kind of standing and looking about, kind of looking. Hello?
I'm here.
Oh.
Oh.
Hi. I don't have any food.
Excuse me, I thought you were the one who asked for help.
I did not. Right. I did. I mean, they took down the horses. I mean, it's real kind of you to want to come and help, but it's I think they're pretty big.
Excuse me?
It's your funeral. And he kind of turns around. Follow me. He walks into his house, kind of letting you walk in. He closes the door behind you and he goes, I'm sure you've read what had happened, yes?
Yes.
Right. Well, and he kind of takes you out to the large open field that has kind of been sectioned off for different types of different horses and different other creatures. But in the center there are these very big mole mounds of earth, as if like earth has been dug up. There's still a couple of carcasses of horses there. And he goes, well, I'm currently still haven't figured out what it is, but it made that, pointing at the mound at the mound of earth, and it did that, pointing at one of the dead horses. So, if you think you can handle it...
When was the first time you saw this?
Well, the first of the horses went down 2 days ago. I have no idea what it is from, and the town's guard has told me that whatever these creatures came from is outside of their jurisdiction. Hence the reason I put up that sheet.
Another question.
Yes.
What time of day did it happen? Like, did it happen during the night?
Well, mostly happened at night, yeah, when the horses was standing unprotected in the fields.
Okay. Another question. Do you perhaps sell deer?
I have a couple, yes. There, and he kind of points over to one of the sectioned off areas where there's a couple of deer.
Okay. I'm just gonna investigate for now. I'll come back pretty soon, maybe with some team members, and we're gonna handle this problem for you.
Sure you will.
But for now, I'm gonna investigate.
Okay, good luck.
So do whatever you do.
Very confused, he walks away and goes about his business. You there see 2 currently dead horses, and then a couple of these large mounds of earth.
I'm gonna investigate.
Alright, what do you want to investigate?
I'm gonna first investigate the horses to see if I can discover maybe what ate them, because I am very knowledgeable. Maybe I know what kind of creature eats leaves that kind of marks.
Go ahead and make a medicine check to see what happened to these creatures. 8. They seem to have been partially burnt and eaten. Not by anything delicate. It has been just... There are large burn marks. I would say they are very familiar to you. But besides that, it's just been ripped open as any carnivorous creature could have done.
Okay. So I'll be very cautiously investigating the mole holes thingies.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm just doing a general investigation if I can find some clues of if it indicates anything, a creature that I might know would leave them.
Make a this would be a survival check to figure out what creature went here, so to see if you could discern what it was.
Roll 20.
Alright. You see a couple of tracks on the outside. They seem to be a 2-fingered foot with a very small nail at the back that leaves a small indent every step it took. There are a lot of tracks, meaning a lot of feet. Either that or there were a lot of creatures. Seem to have been large in size, so the size of a horse. Insectoid. Apart from that, you wouldn't find out that much. But go ahead and make a nature check to see if this all this you have found out together would paint a picture for you for what it could be. 14. There is a few large insectoid creatures that could be responsible for this. With the fact that they have been burned by, not fire, but very recognizable to you, with acid. and the fact that they're large, they're insects, they dig. Most likely, to your knowledge, ankh eggs, which are very large creatures that have like claws and big mandibles, and they can sometimes spray acid at their enemies. From the amount of holes and tracks that you see, there should be around 3.
Okay, that's too much for me to handle alone. We'll have to get the party for this.
While Zira is doing that, George and Utsil, what are you doing?
So, what's the closest bath?
Well, there are not too many bathhouses within the city. There is a general like cleaning and bath area within the Roaring Boar, but I'm imagining you're looking for a little bit something more fancy. There is a larger bathhouse, the Soothing Steams Baths, which is within the city of Illinois.
Soothing Steams.
That sounds interesting.
Steamy place.
Well, we'll see. We'll go there.
Right, you go there. The moment you step in, there seems to be a very young high elven female who stands at the entrance the moment you enter, and she goes, "Good afternoon."
This a bathhouse?
You are correct, indeed. We are.
How much for a room?
Well, you can rent your own baths. We also do massages and saunas.
No, just a bath.
Of course. A simple bath for 2 individuals.
Well, yeah.
With accompanying equipment that will, such as towels and robes, every hour will cost you 7 gold pieces.
Per person?
No, for the room.
No. No. That is a great investment.
Only run.
You have
one
about 3
room,
hours
though.
until dinner, so you can spend some good time, if you wish.
I'll spend 2 hours.
2 hours, so 14 gold.
What do I have?
You pay half? Okay.
Yeah, I'll feel bad if I don't.
That's fair, that's fair.
Sure.
But you guys are led to a changing areas. You are handed soaps and different types of perfumes if you require those. There is bathrobes and towels at your disposal. They tell you that for an additional 15 gold, they can bring you an exquisite bottle of Durelian wine. If that is to your liking.
I need the wine.
So that's 15 gold, and then you get a bottle of wine.
I'm not really a wine person.
They also have champagne. If you have anything to celebrate. But that is there is kind of where the extent of their list goes.
It's alcohol.
That is correct.
You say that like you need it.
I look at you and don't say anything. 15 gold? Yeah.
That could have been 2 more hours in the bath.
I don't even know why I'm here.
You'll know soon enough.
So
it's just a bath, isn't it? Ain't it?
Oh no, it's not just. At least from what I've heard, I've never been one.
You've never been one?
Nope.
How would you know that it's anything special?
You guys, the two of you have your own bath, private area. For the time being, every so often, at one point the wine is brought in a couple of glasses. Every so often there is new, very lemon-like scented water being rushed into the bath with a faint splash. It just disperses. bits of steam, air in to give nice floral smells to the entire room. It's very fancy, very elven.
I wouldn't say it smells very elvish.
And that's a bad thing.
I mean, it's different. Not bad.
Look, we don't have to lie to each other. Dwarves smell bad.
Fair enough. You get used to it after a while.
Oh, I know. Just enjoy this. As pulls out one of the books.
It is. I must.
Just
You just
enjoying
have
some elven hospitality.
You just have one book, right?
Yep, the book he took from
Yeah,
Lord
okay.
McNash.
Wasn't it a series?
It's not a series. It's a single book. It's a collection of short stories.
Right.
Of romantic short stories.
You want me to read for you?
Oh, I don't even. What is that book even? What's that about?
Well, it's called Between the Ears, which is just an awful spot, if you ask me.
Mental health journal?
Sure. Mental health.
I don't know.
Have you ever read a book,
I've read books.
but like story?
Not a lot more. It's. I rather learn things from doing them.
Hmm. Well, that doesn't always go your way, does it?
It depends. It depends if I'm surprised or if someone's waiting out the corner.
What do you think about, our new travel companion?
I'm not sure about Zira. She seems a bit young, but
She seems
very
like a
steady.
responsibility.
I mean, the others getting a crown for a king.
Yeah, what's that all about?
It's very sudden.
Seems like a big burden to carry.
Yeah,
Sure, if
I kind of wonder why they were chosen to do this.
yeah, me too. They don't. Well, if they were alone, I'm not sure if I don't. How do not make this rude?
I mean, I don't
Well,
know
you
what
can
to
be
say.
rude though.
We don't hear this, so you can be rude. But Sky
No,
and Vera will kill you.
George is a good person.
I mean, you can tell me. I won't tell them.
But there is nothing wrong with their ability. Not that we could have done it alone, without their help. But they couldn't have done it alone as well.
I don't think so. Seems like a bit of a suicide mission going after a crown all by yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially if it leads into the wildlands. Those
Like-
orcs are no joke.
Do you imagine people who sent? They didn't. They had them. Could they have maybe wanted them dead?
Maybe. It seems like a bit of a fool's errand, to be fair. Well, maybe they sent out a lot of people. We don't know.
Why a crown?
Important.
Why is that so important?
I don't know actually. I have no clue about that country. I haven't been there. Think about it?
Is there any blacksmiths there?
Probably.
I hope so. Be a waste of a travel, aren't?
True, it would be. I mean, I wouldn't mind helping them, but I
To
also
a
need
degree,
to- It
you
wouldn't
know,
be-
I don't want to step myself. I don't want to jump into an ocean.
Oh, you're in the bath right now.
Well,
The two of you
Anyway,
finish up your time in the bath. Ice is knocked out for the next 8 hours, so she didn't move much. Zira, you have gotten your information from the stable master, but later that evening you will return to the Roaring Boar, where once you arrive around dinner time, Alesdil, the half-elven owner, or half-dwarven, does redirect you towards one of the corner tables, saying, at the moment that your friend, the Stormbrand, he's been waiting for you all. He has some news to tell you. He wanted me to give you that information.
go there.
You'll walk over. He's
Have
already
some food first.
He's already sitting there. He has a drink. The moment you say that, Zira, Elazila goes, yes, I will be providing that for you shortly.
Thank you.
But Bran, who's already sitting there, kind of leans back, see you all come, and he goes, friends, sit down. I have good news, luckily.
Oh, what's the good news?
Well, I've spoken with the Lawmaster of Illinois. Together, Lord McNash has faced wrath of both the Lawmaster as well as the royal family, and their foreign interests are no longer in line with the vision that they had for their specific Dorelia. And a investigation has, party was sent towards his mining operations to really check in upon what he was actually doing, which more than quickly revealed that those names that was set within those tomes, a lot of those people were still working there, chained up, in a way that nobody had looked at before. But after you had raised hell in his mansion, we can no longer just ignore this. So, I made them an offer they cannot refuse. I said that to no cost to them, and without retaliation of the Copper Moon people, we will be taking over the estate as well as the operations that Lord MacLeod was running. For that, we paid everybody who was working there out of his funds for the work they have been doing, and offered them the ability to leave or stay as they pleased as employees, or at least as free men. With that comes some good news for you all. And he grabs this rather large bag. He goes, this is, I think, more than sufficient for what you all have done for the dwarves here. Most people here will be taking up jobs in that mining facility, or will be expanding to other new sites of ore. This is a bag containing 500 platinum pieces that is for you to distribute as you wish, or to use as a group however you see fit. The name of the Big Five has now rung through many ears, and wherever you go you'll probably be recognized within the Dorelia. Aside from that, if any of you were to be actually interested in mining and taking up a job here, although I do not see you, you see more like the traveling kind, I have job openings for you. Aside from that, the one of the dwarves you had fought inside the mansion, he has confessed as being part of the human or dwarven trafficking operation of the Iron Syndicate, Although the Iron Syndicate itself lies without the borders of Dorelia, they could not investigate further into that, but he has been thrown in prison. The guard that was still alive has a significant fine for himself for taking up the illegal earnings through Lord McNash. Lord McNash himself will be kept here until a deal with Morndale can be made. Otherwise, he will be wasting away for many years within the bars of an Illinois prison. That is most of the good news. Except for that, there is no much of questioning, as I took up most of the brunt of why there were casualties at all, and claiming self-defense and what had happened in there. And Lord McNash is more than detailed enough explanations of the scenery. He made it clear that the Iron Syndicate attacked first. So you all are free to go for now. But if
Well,
you were ever
thank
to
you for
return
the
to
great
Eleanor,
news.
you always have a place to stay in the Stonebrand mansion now.
Yay!
Stonebrand Mansion.
It's the same mansion. It's just his now. Also, you guys have 500 platinum pieces to do with as you wish.
Oh my god, we have platinum pieces. Ah!
Well, I'm gonna go on a limb and say we all have we'll divide it evenly between ourselves, so each has over 100.
I think
Yep.
that's fair.
Agreed.
Right.
It's 1,000 gold.
He did, and after explaining all of that, he does go. There were questions about a lady. This other dwarf claimed that he was working for someone.
Oh, you mean the lady in the hall?
Yes, so I'm wondering about that. Is that something that has been taken care of? Is that something I have to worry about?
He's still out cold.
Ask him, and I point to it, Phil.
Well, what are your plans with that?
Well, I want to question her because I have some business with her. After that, yeah, you can have her. I
Well,
suppose.
that is the thing. So, she needs to, like... She wasn't there, so she has never been there, and wherever she's going could not be here. I do not care what you do with her, as long as she's not going to be kicking up a fuss. Because officially, she should have still been in the house then.
Fair enough.
Well, she escaped through the window.
Of course she did.
Sounds like a plan.
Right?
Yeah, I saw
Window-
her escape.
Indeed.
The window was
I
open.
tried
It
to
was
grab
gone.
her,
Just
but I missed, and she ran away.
Mm-hmm. Leave
Drinks
light
and
to
food
us.
are on Stonebridge now. There is a bit of a feast. There's again a lot of dwarves that come celebrate in the Roaring Board tonight. There is a decent bit of there's a party going on later in the evening. Most of the ale of the Roaring Boar is eventually pushed through the entirety of everybody that gets there. There are after a couple hours later in the evening, there's a lot of newcomers as a stream of freed slaves made their way into the tavern. A lot of them coming up to Bran himself, who kind of sets him out to be like the face figure of the changes that had happened in Illinois for now. The word spreads of what the Big Five had done and how they had firsthand in liberating or bringing to light their captivity. Something that had been long ignored. There's thanks exchanged. Feast been had. You guys may feel about that as you wish. But your faces and names are out in the public now. More than they were before. You all feast tonight. You drink. In the evening, you probably all somewhat drunkenly, find yourselves to bed. Ice is still tied up in the hole and asleep. But is there anything you guys wish to do either tonight or the next morning?
Shall we have ourselves a drinking competition? Just for fun.
There is more than enough dwarves that would take you up on that, which will eventually drink you under the table.
I know.
I will be on Team Bree though. I will help her and mentally support her and be as drunk with her.
They're drinking, I'm just dancing. Middle of the dance floor.
There is dancing, there is singing, there is music being played, which I of course assume that at one point Bree is going to be taking part in.
Yes, of course.
The Roaring Boar gets a little full at one point, to the point that the door stays open. There is feast between the Temple of Moradin to the open fields, and near the end of the night, the dwarven population in the shanty towns has doubled, if not tripled. There was a lot of people that were in that mine.
Since we still have an unconscious witness in our room, someone has to keep watch. I guess I'll be upstairs. Keeping watch.
I will say, you all drunkenly wake up the next morning.
Oh, I did not drink, I just danced.
Or dance. Tired at
3 years old, I can't drink.
Fair.
You're mature, right?
You all wake up the next
You're
day.
a grown up.
And
I'm also very smart.
When you check into the in the hole, you currently have still tied up Ice, who is at one point awake, and I would say Utsul being the first one to poke his head in. She just goes, fuck. Kind of confused about how she's like in this hole tied up. Last she knew she was running away. So
what the fuck happened to her hair?
I see you finally.
What the fuck happened to
what
my...
the fuck?
She tries to reach for it, but that she's tied up. She's like, what happened?
Well, you see, I was trying to like cut the split ends of her hair, but it was uneven.
I slipped.
And then the knife slipped a little bit, and then I had to cut all of it. And then, but the right side of the hair is still
I'm going
like
to fucking
intact.
kill you.
Have you ever cut hair?
I'm gonna kill you first.
Well,
so
no, this was the first time I did.
Why?
I think I did a pretty good job.
I can answer the question why Angie did it. She was bored because she had to watch an unconscious lady.
Well, that's
would have
also
done
true.
the same. I would have probably done a better job.
She goes,
But
where are we?
in a hole.
I can see that.
In a hole.
You're in a hole, and
We have not.
Answered. So you're finally awake.
So you're finally awake.
So you're finally awake, I see. Well, get me out of this hole, please.
Why would we?
Fair point. I guess this is not prison, yes?
No,
Not yet.
No,
Not yet.
yet.
You can go there afterwards.
What do you want to know?
Oh,
Oh.
stick in all your
Because
colleagues,
it's clearly that you've won.
of course. Why would it be anything differently?
Can you
Well,
get
you
into the
shouldn't
hole
be
or get me
bragging.
out? Because it's very... I can't really look at you like this. It's very difficult.
I'm gonna get you out after you answered all his questions. Utsil,
She kind of just
go away.
rolls over.
Come on.
She's like in the tent that's in there. She's like, what?
Don't be a baby. Come out.
Get me out of this
Whoa.
fucking hole.
No.
Okay.
get her out of the hole.
Alright, you get her out of the hole, you like throw her on the side, she kind of rolls, going, thank you.
So, tell me, what
yes.
happened to Kieran? I mean, was your archaeology so bad that you left him in the ruin?
Oh my god, you've actually no idea.
What?
I thought you knew. Oh my god,
No.
you're stupid. My god, you're stupid. She kind of like leans back. I thought you stole that map with a purpose, you dick.
I did to get in to see what was going on.
What happened to the guys from the syndicate?
Oh, most of them either died. I think one of them is knocked out.
Right.
Oh well. Now.
Probably in prison now.
Well, do they think I'm dead?
No, you jumped out of a window.
Yeah, you jumped out of a window because I couldn't catch you.
And the last guys. So all of them died or were captured, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Then they think I'm dead. Well, so she can't do that actually. Yeah, fucking hair patchy, just she.
You still haven't answered my question. I mean,
what do you want? Where Kieran is? If I know where that little shit was, I would have been there instead of here.
wait, you don't know where he is either.
No. So, we were traveling, right? We were going westward and further and deeper into the woods. Then,
like
one day, we reached this cliff, yes? And he's like, oh, we should go over this and we should continue on. And we decide to clear out this old ruin to stay in for the night, yeah? So, I go into that ruin, we clear it, we go to sleep. Next morning, I wake up, that motherfucker has left. He's left me the map of the area. No indication of where he was. I tried finding any tracks. Nothing. I thought he might have abandoned and given up on the quest. I don't know why he'd left me. But I returned to Coppermoon, and those syndicate motherfuckers caught me. And they said that that little shit had taken out some type of big loan from them. And they were expecting a big payout whenever he was to return. Then they saw me returning, he was not there, and that fucker left me with a debt of over 30,000 gold. So I was planning on tracking him down again. Go for it, make an insight check. She goes, I was planning on tracking him down with that map to try and see if I could force him to pay the debt of his. But then, you stupid fuck, stole my map, taken away the only opportunity I had to get him back for the debt. And the Iron Syndicate was pushing me around to try and find you. But now they think I'm dead, which is a plus.
You come back with your crime buddies. Don't get in inside.
Well, I knew that you had stolen my map. You had gone here. If I put out the word of Kieran out here and there somewhere, you would eventually started showing up. And I thought that maybe you know where he fucked off to.
Oh, I'm trying to find him as well.
Why the fuck? Oh. What's your insight check, by the way?
15.
15. Huh? She seems to be. There's like a moment of fear at the beginning of everything, not knowing where she is. But she seems to be mostly genuine and slightly pissed off that you did most of it by mistake. She was very convinced that you had done that with a purpose. Yeah, that's kind of it. she's more like, this dumb motherfucker.
Are you through a thing?
Fuck no.
Oh, fuck no.
Okay.
Why would I be with her?
Well, that dumb shit.
She's barely an
If you had
archaeologist.
just asked me rather than just steal me map, it would have been so much easier.
Why would I have asked you?
Because then I could have told you ahead of time before all this shit had to happen. I was pretty sure you were covering up Kieran's tracks so that you guys could feast off of that 30,000 loan that he took.
You want me to do a ceremony so that you guys can get married? Because you suddenly sound like a fucking couple.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I don't. Shut the fuck up. Get to the point.
I don't know what is the... Well, give me the map back. I'm gonna go look for the guy. Now that the Iron Syndicate no longer has me, it's like... Fucking hell. Well, I can't go back to Copper Moon because the Iron Syndicate will fucking kill me. I can't stay here because you didn't kill any of them. And I don't have Kieran, so I'm still liable for that fucking debt. And they're probably still looking for your ass, thinking that you're working together with them.
Oh,
You sold people into slavery. What are you talking about?
No, they did that. I was along for the ride because I had to find this motherfucker.
What do you think I knew anything about Kieran? I was in Copper.
Because you stole the only lead we had on where he was. And without, we couldn't find out where the 30,000 gold went.
Because your dumb fuck left it on the table while you were out drinking.
We are both so dead, you know that, right? We can, like, none of us are gonna be able... We'll have to find that fucker before we're going to be ever able to return home. And is this really fucking necessary?
Look, you can tell that all to the lawmaster.
I'll tire.
No, don't tire. She beat your ass.
I have an idea.
Just because I'm better than him shouldn't be a reason that you tie me up.
You're not better than me, will you? Wanna go again?
I have an idea. She's not gonna like it.
Well, I'm not going anywhere like this. Fuck.
Well,
since when do we care about her feeling?
Okay, let me just... Okay, my idea, because you can't really be in the city, because you were supposed to be in the house, but you were not, so you either escaped or died and your body vanished, so that doesn't make sense. We can't really let you just walk out of here, even with that haircut, you're still pretty recognizable. So you'll have to... Let me just... So, and you're not gonna like this, but this is kind of the only option. We have to sneak you out. You'll have to go back into the hole.
There's no fucking way I'm climbing back into that.
No, why are we talking about getting her out?
Let me just finish. Okay. We'll get you back in the hole. We'll sneak you out of here. We're gonna make a copy of the map. We'll give that to you so you can look for that guy, but Utsu can also keep looking for him, because you both want to find him, and honestly, just having the guy found is a good thing, I guess. And then you are out of the city, and the bad guys do not know where you are, so you're kind of free, but also on the run. So is Utsil, and you don't have to worry about them, I guess, but you'll have to go into the hole so we can sneak you out of here, because we have no other way to sneak you out of here.
Well, you're never going to be finding Kieran without me, because you have no idea where that map is.
Well, no, I don't. I was hoping that you might be able to bring some light on that situation.
Well, as I said, it is the eastern bank of a river. I can lead you there, but I have not been able to find any of his tracks or where he went. He was very adamant about crossing, but I doubt that he did that on his own, because he probably died trying to do that.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too. I thought you were working for the mob.
Well, yes, because they had me paying off his fucking debt. And then the only clue they had about where that motherfucker could be, you stole. So then I had to go after you, trying to find the map that leads to the guy that actually owns the debt. So we're both fucked now because of him.
You could have just told me that in his manner.
Well, I thought that you did it with. I thought you did it on purpose, and that you were. I thought you were working with him, but then suddenly you were. I was confused.
It just stupid. I know.
I was like, oh, if you think that we have Kieran, then you might come look for him, which you did. But I thought that you were looking for him because you were working with him, and not because. Fuck.
No, I was trying because I was pretty sure you killed him or more left him somewhere in a room.
Well, you're planning on going back. Well, you probably shouldn't go back to Couple. You still have a debt with them, but now that they're actually looking for you for Kieran's debt, don't go back. I'm not going to go back because I am dead as far as they're concerned. I'm gonna make sure they will never find me again.
But I do agree with Zera. I think going into the hole is the best idea. How much I don't like spending any more time with you than I have to. But
I don't know where that hole's gonna go. I am more than fine sneaking out of the window and actually getting out of here.
oh, you're not taking that map with you.
Well, it's just.
Well, you have no idea where that map begins, so without me, you're never going to be finding the map, and finding the tower, and finding where he went.
So you're gonna go with us?
I don't know if you're planning on going west anytime soon, but that's what I'm planning on doing, or at least preparing for it, I guess.
Where was the other side again? Where were you?
You guys came from west.
Oh, we came from west, yeah.
Yeah.
What in the world are you gonna do in the west?
I also wouldn't suggest going on your own into the west because there is a bunch of orcs there that took over a settlement.
Yep.
Well, that's proper fucked. Because I can't go back to Copper Moon because the syndicate will still be looking for me. I can't go west because you'll take the map. And without that, I'll never be able to find where you went.
That's why I said we're gonna make a copy.
Well, if you go east far enough, you end up west anyway.
Are you actually looking for him?
Yeah, I am. I didn't know this was west, so don't.
Well, I've made that journey before. If you are ready to go there, and my hair has grown back out, kind of like the eyes kind of turning over to the entire group. I can probably get you.
Don't look at me for this. I would have done a spectacular job cutting your hair.
Inside.
Zero probably believes that.
Yeah, Zero probably believes that. Never mind.
But
I have tiny hands.
Ice goes. If you're planning on going east or west, I'm not gonna allow you to find that guy without me, because I'm gonna kick his ass for doing what he did to me, just leaving me behind, settling me up me with his debt.
Oh, he didn't even do that. I thought it was pretty successful.
He took out a loan for his expedition, and then took the 30,000, spent it, and then left. And then he left me behind on the expedition. Returning.
I have a new plan.
What?
Okay, so since your hair needs to grow back anyways, I suggest we'll find a way to get you a new identity. You're also coming back from the mines with the other dwarf, so it doesn't, seem suspicious. There is suddenly a new lady dwarf. And we do our business in the east. We have the map. You have time to grow out your hair. And then when we're a bit more knowledgeable and stronger and feel ready for it, we come back and go to the west, and you're gonna come with us.
Is he coming along? And she points at Utsil.
Oh.
And he has the map.
I mean, I've been there before. I'm gonna be fine, but I'm not sure. You've never been on any expedition with him. You've only looked at books for the past. You haven't really had any experience.
I'm saying
so...
we're gonna go as a group. You're joining us.
Oh, you the two of you. Stop arguing.
Listen to me. I am the smartest in the room here. Okay.
That's probably true, actually.
Oh,
You want your hair back. You both want to find that guy, but we need to go east and west. There is a bunch of orcs, and we can't do that right now. So we need to do east first before we do west.
Where the fuck did
Gives you time to grow your hair, gives us time to get stronger, and it gives us all time to come up with a good plan to find that guy I don't even know. Understands now?
Sure, but I'm gonna be leading.
no.
It's fine. He knows the way west, so that's fine.
No, I want to get the term leading. Real specific.
Well,
gonna be
if we're going
guiding.
to be traveling west, and I've been the only one that's been traveling west, I'm gonna be telling you where to go. Because I don't want to have this motherfucker lead us into some kind of deadly ambush with whatever kind of creatures live in that
First
forest.
of all, I've been born west. I know west the best, okay? Are guiding us to the place we need to go, but I know west.
Who are you?
I'm the smartest motherfucker in this group, okay?
She's 3 years old.
Who are all of you?
I'm 3 years old and I'm already much smarter than this whole group combined.
I am Ice.
But you're not the wisest.
I was this guy's superior until recently. Again, pointing at Utsil. Who are all of you?
I stick out my hand to shake it.
She kind of grabs it with her fingers, to her index and thumb.
Zira.
Right. Which of you motherfuckers cut my hair?
Going to Angie. But forgive her. That was her first time. Would have done a better job.
You should be happy if I'm not gonna let you walk into some large Venus flytrap.
Do not touch her.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it
that-
was not
that-
in the first place.
Sure. Feisty halfling.
You look good with your haircut, I think.
Don't lie.
Suits you well.
Make a deception check.
Deception check.
I like it.
Oh god.
I don't lie to her. I like it.
Sure. Make a persuasion check.
Okay, that's also great.
That's a lie. You're lying to yourself
You're
now.
lying. So
Make a deception check to convince yourself that you're not lying.
17.
she has a patch of hair on the side.
She kind of looks
Very-
over you. She goes, right. Well,
Look,
I'm gonna see if I
Ice.
can fix that.
you want me to just cut it all off?
Yes.
Honestly.
Shall I do
Everything
it?
except- no.
I
Everything
the
except from the
smallest
top.
hands.
Keep at least a little bit of what I had.
I'll just do a clean cut.
Over the next course of time, you guys give Ice a haircut. She goes,
All the hair. Well, while we're doing the haircut,
yeah.
me and Ice are probably constantly arguing.
She's like, well, I don't know what business you've got east, but I don't see any reason that we're not going to go west to capture the... Where the fuck... You guys are saying orcs, right? Where the fuck is it? Orcs was never a problem when we went there. It was just like dinosaurs and big insects.
Problem.
Yeah, they when we went west, we had lead a they sieged it even.
So,
She's like kind of going over her predicament at the moment.
Hold still.
Yes, fuck, sorry.
Chin up.
And she ends up just going, so, I'm going to be staying here, blending in with the rest of the dwarven people that have just returned, trying to keep my eye away from the Iron Syndicate. I'm advising you to do the same. Don't
yeah.
go to Kopamuni, you'll be fucking dead. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but yeah, thanks.
I'll be sticking around
Also-
Dilmore, and when you return and you're ready to put on the big boy pants and travel west, you'll let me know, yes? Don't lose that map.
Would be a thing.
Sounds like a plan.
I have a request for the group.
Yes.
Well, okay. Yesterday I went to the stable master because, he had a quest and also wanted to, see the horses and to see if he had a deer, which he does, by the way, so that's all gonna be fine. I think we can handle his problem.
Oh, what is his problem?
Oh, it's 3 insect monsters that are very large and they spit acid. So I can get more acid also if we defeat them. But they're mostly night creatures, so it's gonna be fine if we go and attack them during the day. We can get the best of them because they will be surprised because they should be sleeping.
3 large acid creature insects. I don't like the prediction of that.
She kind of just looks over to you, like Ice looks over to you. It's still going, what the fuck have you gotten yourself
Straight.
into? Oh. Eventually,
But
you do.
I can't do it alone, so I need some help.
Well, let's plan that for tomorrow, I think.
Well, it's currently early in the morning.
Oh, today, then.
Zilla, if they are, what you say, shooting acid in thing, is there any chance that your weapons might not be as effective as you'd hope?
What?
I'm not entirely sure.
Hmm.
I know a lot of creatures that can shoot a certain kind of damage, but are also still vulnerable to that damage. For some reason.
Have you ever thought about switching up?
Have any suggestions?
No, I don't know. I mean,
Best I can do is poison.
oh, that's
That'll do.
good against
Unless you're
some
dealing with
things.
dwarves, I think.
Most monsters are undead, fiends, or almost of anything. Really is not too bothered by poison.
Ice goes, snakes. Every fucking snake.
Snakes. Yeah.
Very specific. But yes.
After you did the haircut, by the way, Ice kind of gets up and she goes, so I'm free to go, yes?
Sure.
No.
Oh, yes, please go.
Let's see, why not?
Well, I'll be sticking out here.
Sure.
I can't return my ass to Copper Moon, and as I said, neither should you.
Yeah, no. Fair enough. I'm going east
We
anyway.
aren't really planning to.
Well, as I said, if you're ready to put on your big boy pants and travel west, let me know. I'll be here. She kind of waits for a moment, then grabs from her cloak, kind of like puts up the hood covering most of the face before exiting the room.
Honestly, I can't blame her. That looked awful on her.
Well, I liked it,
She should
kinda.
grow a beard.
She
What
used to
is
have
it?
some.
Oh, you again with your beards.
George, I have a question. Do you think I would look good with a beard?
Even with hair. Why? You have skills.
Sure, I think you'd look great with a beard.
You only say that because you're now her father.
Look, I don't want to.
I'm even gonna make an insight check on him. Everything George tell me, I just will believe.
Sure. Anyways.
Anyway.
Ice has left and will be delving into the populace of Illinois, trying to hide away till whenever you're ready to travel east. She'll be your tour guide if you'll have her, because she has a bone to pick with Kieran. you all want to go to the stable master. You're free to go anywhere. Like, you've been excused from your crimes. You can do whatever you wish. You guys want to go to the stable master? Is that the plan?
I have a bone to pick with that guy.
Okay. You all go there in the earlier hours of the morning, I would say after breakfast. And as you guys approach his abode, that's what we'll be picking up next week, as you guys are going to be fighting these Onkegs.
Stable boy.
Stable boy.
With that, thank
Basically,
you all for coming
force
out
the
to
party
play.
to get mounts.
Away. Thank you guys for coming out to play. Thank you guys for coming out to watch. We'll be back again, not next week actually. I have something coming up next week, so I'm afraid we're going to have to skip a week. I'll talk to you guys about that after the stream.
Yeah, sure.
But we'll be back again the week after that. So thank you guys for coming out, and we will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheerios.